So, Nick,
Yes.
you're at the door. You tried to bash it down, but it didn't work. It's locked. You turn around, and there's the guy.
Am I up some steps, maybe? Or am
Yeah,
I
a couple
like...
of steps.
I'm up a couple of steps.
But it's not a lot of steps, right? It's like, 4 or 5.
Not a lot of steps. It's fine. Does he have a dagger, or does he have a short sword?
He's got a dagger as he walks towards you. He pulls the dagger out.
Is he wearing armor?
Nope.
Okay. I'm like keeling over here because I've failed my constitution check. I'm like out of breath. I like keeled over. I put my hand up. I said, wait, stop.
He pauses, but the dagger's out.
We can both make out of this rich. Listen to me. They don't know.
Listening.
They're not here. You could let me go. You could just say I got away. The things I took from Mickey's apartment. I've got all of his keys. They're labeled. It's in some sort of code. But you know where they go. You could tell me and my boy, we could rob the places. We could split the loot. And the redcoats. I know that you're looking for that hideout. I know where it is. If you kill me, you'll never find it.
What's to stop me from killing you and taking the keys?
You can take the keys, fine. But you won't know where the hideout is.
Redcoats live in the inner city. They don't have a hideout in the north of town.
There was a murder in the district where I live recently. 2 of your guys killed a redcoat. You know it, right? They were looking for something on him. They had a key.
Heard something about it.
Yeah, he had a key. I think your guys took the key. That's what we were looking for. But I know where the key goes.
You do you?
I do. It's all up here. It's not written down anywhere. If you kill me, it's gone. You'll never find it.
He licks his lips in anticipation. That's... How do I know you're telling the truth?
I can't prove it to you. You gotta trust me. We could come out of this rich men. What have you got to lose?
Do you like show him the keys in your bag? Like, do you like open it and like?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not yet. I mean, I got my backpack on my back. I'm keeling over. I'm sort of slowly starting to stand back up as I'm trying to gauge the reaction on his face.
Drop your weapons. Whatever you got. Put them down.
I sort of like open up my jacket. I lost my jacket, right? He pulled it off me. It's on the street. So I'm wearing a shirt. He can see my bandolier of throwing daggers, which I'll like unclip from my back and let fall to my feet. And then I've got 2 daggers, one on each hip, that I'll like pull out and drop on the floor as well.
Okay. As you're dropping the daggers to the floor, the door behind you will open, and a heavy-set man with like a butcher's cleaver in one hand will open the door and scowl at the two of you. What the hell are you doing on my doorstep?
Get back inside, old man. You don't want any part of this.
The copperhead gives him like a knowing look, and the man just steps back inside and shuts the door, and you can hear the lock being relatched. Okay.
What do you say?
Come on now. Yeah. Why don't we take you back to good old HQ? We'll talk to the boss. We'll see what the boss has to say. Maybe he'll spare your pathetic life.
No. This is between you and me. If you take me back there, they'll kill me. You'll never find out where the hideout is. Me and you here. And anyway, how much do you stand to gain? A few gold pieces, a pat on the back? If I rob these places, if I can find out where these keys go to, and I take off my backpack and like pull one out. And
Mickey was our
Mickey's
locksmith.
dead.
He was the only one. He knew all the things. You've really dealt a big blow here. I don't know if I can let you go.
Who's to say whether you let me go or not? I'm a big guy. I run fast. They can't have expected you to catch me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that banana skin, I'd have been gone. You want to live in this place your whole life? Or you want to make some money and get out of this shithole?
Where's the Redcoats' lair?
The kind of money we're talking about here, kid. We could both make our way to Drakis, live like kings.
How do you know how much money there is?
Well, if you knew where it was, if you knew the kind of protections in place, you wouldn't underestimate how much is there. I almost lost my life just finding the lock. Never mind going inside.
Tell me.
I tell you, you've got no reason to keep me alive.
I've got no reason to keep you alive right now, other than a pack of cheap words. Man near death, begging for life, saying anything that he could possibly say. How do I even know that you know anything about this? You're just
I'm nobody.
Why would clutching at straws.
Why would I know about the redcoats, about the murder?
Probably saw it. Might have been nearby. Word travels. It's been days. Anyone could have heard about that.
I've spoken to them. I buried him myself. I'm in with the redcoats. I know.
Oh, you're in with the redcoats, he says. His dagger coming to the front of him. That makes this a lot more interesting. You definitely have to come alive with me now.
Gaius, Winston, I've seen him. I've met him.
Mm-hmm.
I know where this place is. And if you go back there, I know I'm dead. I'm not going to say a word. You might as well just kill me right now if that's how it is.
It's the other way. If you come back and cooperate, you'll get a nice, quick, easy death. You might even get a delicious last meal, maybe a last leg. But you make this difficult, it'll be a slow, torturous death.
No, that's not right. You'll have to kill me on this doorstep.
He shrugs.
Could be rich.
That's always an option.
What's your name?
Lem. What's yours?
You from the city, Lem? My name's Luther.
Yeah.
You from around here?
Yeah.
Been here my whole life. It's a shithole. Last 10 years. It's not safe around here anymore. You don't want to get out? Working for the copheads, you'll never make enough money to leave the city. They'll just put you in job after job until you catch a dagger.
Rest of the world has fallen to hell. Drekis, piece of shit backwater with their fucked up language and their shitty empress. I don't want a part of that. I'm fine right here.
You lack ambition, Lem.
You lack lifespan, Luther. And he will take a step towards you. I think he wants to take you prisoner or deal with you on the spot. You haven't given him any reason to trust you. So I think we should roll initiative because he's coming for you.
What could I give him to make him trust me? I mean, nothing.
I think that this is maybe giving him enough time for another con/strength check to get out.
No, because if you fail your con check, you need to rest for as long as you've been running. Yeah. But you should roll initiative for whatever it is you want to do, because...
Wait, so what's the situation with I can't run that, is what you're saying? You are tired. He will beat you in any foot race, guaranteed. Yeah.
At least until he fails a con check. But he'll still catch you right away, and his dagger's out now, so he won't be making grab attacks. He'll be making, stab him in the back attacks. Not assassinate, just, stabs. And he's a few feet away from you on the steps.
Yeah,
I can tell him.
He's got no reason. That's it.
I think.
Or you
okay, so
I think it's too late.
Forward.
Yeah, he's coming forward with his dagger out. I think it's time to roll initiative.
Grapple?
I mean, yeah.
You don't want to grapple him. He's going to get a opportunity attack at +4, like we saw earlier.
What is it to make an unarmed attack?
If you were to make an unarmed attack against a person with the dagger, they would get a +4 to hit. Just like when the guy tried to push past you and you had the dagger, you had a +4 to hit him. Good old Mickey. Are you gonna roll initiative? Or are you just gonna stand there?
Wait, no. If I want to pick up the dagger, what's the?
We'll just roll at 3 instead of 2.
I can pick up and make an attack.
Yeah, it's at your feet, and he is not, he's at the bottom of the steps from you, so I think you could still, at an initiative of 3, grab one of the daggers on the ground.
Yeah, okay. As I was running towards the house, what's the situation of the wall behind me? Could I climb the wall?
Building. It's a house, a door, brick wall. We had rolled, it was a penalty of 4, I believe, for the brick walls around here. If you were just doing any old place,
shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ended on penalty of 2.
No, it was actually 0.
Oh, it was.
But that was for the more ideal place that you looked for, right?
Can't remember.
Oh, so close. Our Copperhead will step forward with his dagger out, and he will try to thrust it into your gut. For 13 for 4 points of damage. It's a good hit. It lands right into Luther's body. You begin to bleed, but you can grab your dagger from the ground.
I think I'm going to try and climb up the building behind me.
It'll provoke an attack of opportunity. Because he's in melee range when you're just turning your back to him and climbing, right? That's
yeah.
That's definitely an attack of opportunity.
Well, I mean, you tell me, Neil. I clearly can't win a fight, can I? So.
All right. So it's all coming down to one attack roll against your AC 10. He's at +4 to hit. So all he needs is a 6 to hit you.
Wait, where's he got a +2 for back attack?
2 for back attack, because you'll be...
What if I were to leap off the side of the porch and then try and climb up wherever I land? That way his attack of opportunity is maybe at my front. Is that possible?
It would be a flank, so it would only be a 3 to hit instead of a 4 to hit, but
okay.
sure.
We'll try that then. Yeah, okay.
All right. The dagger comes out. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8 is close, but no cigar. You drop to the ground, grab your dagger, leap to the side. Actually, you don't grab the dagger in the end.
No, I don't grab my dagger.
Yeah, you rolled for movement, not attack rolls. So you just jump over the side of the porch. He slashes at you, catches you across the side as you move and begin to throw yourself up this wall.
Yeah, so I will move a little bit to try and get to the best. Like, if there's an ideal spot within a few steps, I'll go for that. But...
Well, let's see if there's an ideal spot in a few steps. Oh, a die roll finally works in your favor. There is a drain pipe nearby, which can give you a +4.
Just don't fuck it up, Nick.
Yeah.
That's a climb check at +4.
Yep. Climb check at +4.
Okay, there's I'd say a 70% chance that I'm going to fail this, even though I only think I need a 7. It just...
At 4, that becomes a 22?
Yes, that's it.
Good.
That's a 22. Oh. That's a 22.
I really thought that was a fail there, man. I still can't roll over a 10, though.
You grab hold of either side of the drain pipe. You put your feet against the brick, and you begin to scamper up. Our dear friend Lem, with a "Give up already!" stands below you.
So what's the play now?
The play is I see how fast you can climb.
Yeah.
Nick, if you get out, we're going to have to, like, go and fucking work with the redcoats. Because the Copperheads know who you are.
Well, I'm not the only person called Luther in the city. I mean, it's not like they can check. It's not like they can check Facebook, you know.
I guess that's true.
But yeah, it's not ideal.
Character's climbing speed is based on their height and modified by the success of the roll. 5-foot character will climb 5 feet in 1 round on a 21, 10 feet on a 22. You scored a 22 at the end of the day, and you're 6 feet tall, so you can get 12 feet up in this round.
Oh, nice.
Which is outside of melee range.
Yeah.
And so for the next round, I mean, he'll take his movement to get to the drain pipe, and he'll just follow you the next round.
All right.
So,
initiative.
Yes, we're gonna have to do initiatives.
And I'm thinking that this guy's a fighter, so he's not gonna be so good at climbing.
You gotta beat that drain pipe down or something.
Well, you will beat him in initiative. You don't have to make another climb check. You just keep climbing. Some of these buildings are 2 stories. Some of these buildings are 3 stories. This is a more residential district, so it's more likely to be a 3-story building. It's only a 2-story building. So you will get to the top of the building halfway through your round.
What's the situation? You said this is like one long street, so if I'm assuming we're somewhere down the middle, if I go down the other side of this building, it's going to be like a long way for him to catch up with me.
Like if you go over the building and down the other side?
Yeah, if now I'm on the other side of the street, he'd have to go all the way to the end of the long street to come around to the other side, so I'd probably be able to get away at that point.
That sounds reasonable to me.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Try and climb down the other side of the building and scamper away into the night.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yes, it's not my best, but I can pass one.
As you're moving to the apex of the building, and starting to go down the sloped side on the back. You can hear the sounds of hands grabbing a drain pipe and someone attempting to climb.
How are the drain pipes attached to the wall?
Um,
I mean, I just climbed up it, so...
Yeah, you just climbed up it. I think in the days before power tools and rivets, I'm not sure how you would attach a drain pipe to a wall.
Like a wooden bracket, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a wooden bracket.
So, potentially could break it?
Yeah, but I think your action was to move over and go down. So
well, no, but I passed this perception check. I could now make the decision to go back to the other side. Like, how much out of my way would it to go and see how well he's doing with the climb?
I think it would cost you some of your movement. Like, you would probably end your turn. No. You climb up. Your goal is to escape and get out of the way. So you climb. You get to the top. You hear him coming after you. Yeah, it'll cost you some movement. Let's say, 20% of your remaining movement.
I think I just keep going.
Okay.
Try and go down the other side.
He too has a +4 on his check because he's doing the drain pipe. So this is not.
Is he a thief?
This is not. Yeah, he's a thief. This is not counting his +4. He kills it. He sheathes his dagger. He scores an incredible roll and begins to scamper up the drain pipe faster than you did. Even he really nailed it. And so you go down the other side. You can hear him coming up his side, and we will give him a perception check to see if he can tell where you went in the dark, because it's night. It's real dark, and we're on top of this roof, and there's chimneys, and there's little columns coming up, and there's, all sorts of stuff.
Just fail a fucking check, Neil.
Oh, fucking nailed it.
Wait, the darkness?
No, the darkness.
There's a negative.
You're right. It is nighttime. He does have, I mean, it's just a few days after the full moon, but it's still at least a -1 in his perception check.
There we go.
So he will get to the rooftop, and he'll have to spend multiple rounds looking for you and searching for you as you scamper down the other side. Equivalent check, you can just scamper down. Man's next round, he'll make another perception check looking for you. And this is the one where he stands still and he listens for the sound. Not that you know what he's doing, but just as dramatic effect for our viewers.
Yeah. He
listens. Listens. He doesn't quite hear your footsteps. So what's he gonna do? He didn't see you at the top. He didn't hear you
Nick
anywhere.
Should have a second, because is Nick gonna keep running, or is he gonna do the hide thing here?
No, Nick said he was gonna run. So
Okay.
And he doesn't know what the other guy's doing. So I think
absolutely.
Nick,
That's
you're taking off through the streets.
Well, I'm not sprinting because I'm still gassed, right?
Yeah.
So actually, I am going probably more trying to be leaning into being quiet and taking a sneaky path rather than trying to use brute force to run away.
All right. Well, the man stands atop the building, his bloody dagger in hand, trying to find you. You'll get at least 120 feet away from him this round, even if you're just walking, if you're doing a light jog, which is still going to be, you got the stitch in your side from all the running.
Yeah.
So maybe a light
Probably
jog is a little hard for you, but it's a power walk at most. 120 feet, 160 feet.
Should he get higher negatives since Nick is getting further away? It's going to be harder to spot him at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to just decide what he's going to do. He searches the rooftops. He doesn't see you behind any of the chimneys. He looks down the other side. He misses his perception check because it's dark as fuck. Maybe, you're standing in the shadow of the moonlight against one of the buildings. What the fuck do you do when you can't see someone wherever you go? I guess you could just stand there making perception checks forever. I guess he's just going to stand there and make another perception check. But now Nick is further away, so what would you do if you were him?
I mean, maybe climb down the other side of the building, since that's kind of obvious as to what I might have done. But I guess if he doesn't want to risk going down and finding I did something else, then...
Yeah. I'm just going to give him another check, this time at -4. And no. You just slip away.
Oh my god.
Into the darkness.
Finally.
I cannot believe that I got out of that. That's crazy.
And we don't have to split the loot.
I head back to the house.
Yeah.
on foot. It probably takes me a while to work out where I even am.
Yeah. You'll eventually find a recognizable road, and you can eventually make your way back home. The two of you will arrive back at your house sometime much, much later. Late
So
at
I
night.
think Pigeon would have got there first.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. So I don't know if you're doing anything in particular, but I'd probably turn up probably about half an
pacing
hour
in the living
later.
room waiting for you. Yeah.
So I go to open. Is there a lock on the door? I guess you probably might have left.
Yeah.
Would you have left it open, or would you have locked it?
No, I would have locked it.
Yeah. So I get to the door and I kind of half collapse against it and bang on the door. Pigeon, let me in.
And I'll run over and I'll open up the door. Ah, hello there. You're hurt.
Yeah. I throw my backpack into the house and then go in and close the door behind me,
Did they
locking
catch
the
you?
key. Yeah, almost. I slipped on a banana peel as I was running away, and he caught up with me.
Oh,
I tried to bargain with him. He knows my name. We might need to move.
do you want to go to the house and harrow away? We have a trap there. We could lay low, get some food before we go.
Yeah, but what about the redcoats?
What about them?
They might check up on you.
Well, we'll be able to see because I locked the door on our way out.
No, but I mean, if we rest there, we might not be
Oh.
safe.
Well, where
Maybe
else would
we'd
we
be-
go?
Maybe just another house near there.
Okay. How about
Yeah.
we go work for? How about we?
Oh, I guess I don't know about the keys right now, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get our stuff together. And
I'll throw on my leather armor and
yeah, I guess I get my chain shirt, I get my sword.
Mhm.
You get everything ready, and I'm gonna go get us food for our stay. Let's.
Yeah, okay.
and
I
stay
think
there like a week. Give me the gold.
I give him the gold piece.
how much money did I get off of the guy's body?
Oh yeah, and how much did I get off Mickey's workshop? You said there's some coins on the desk.
Yeah, as you
Never get
begin
it
to
announced.
look through the things that you have acquired, off of Mickey's body, you can get yourself 27 silver, and that would mean if you started with 50, 27, 23, maybe another 10 copper.
No gold.
No gold.
Perfect.
As for
Wow,
the
that's
money
too low.
that you pulled from his house, though, that's a different story altogether. You found the stuff in his workshop, which is this is your gold reward,
I'm sure he had more money than this, but
13 gold,
Yeah.
thank you.
and 25 silver.
Damn, alright, cool. I give you 2 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna run out of the house and go and buy rations. Would be
It's
my
the
goal.
middle of the night. You can't buy rations.
Go to Raj's.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to Rogers.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
the middle of the night. Rogers is closed.
What time
Everything
is
is
Damn it,
closed.
Raj. No, but Raj is a kebab shop, so it might be open.
There's
till,
no
2 a.m.,
electricity. There's no one's working till 2 a.m. This
you know.
is
Good point.
it's a
Okay,
closed down, quiet city.
We'll get. I'll go.
I
I get
get-
food tomorrow.
I get Pigeon to organize our stuff. I think what I do is I peel off my shirt because it's soaked in blood,
Mhm.
and I get a fresh shirt and I cut it up with my dagger into bandages, and I'll bandage the 2 wounds I think I've got. 2
Three,
stab wounds.
Yeah. One
Yeah,
from
3,
Mickey, 2 from this guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so I'm in kind of a bad way, but I spend some time. I bandage myself up, and then I think when we've got our gear together, I will open my backpack and show Pigeon what I took.
mhm. Right.
So I
So you
was
can see
upstairs. Okay.
Keys. Yeah, you grabbed keys and some notes and some gold,
Yeah.
or some coins.
Yeah.
And you can take a look at these things. You got these pages that you can try and figure out what they're saying. You can try
Yeah,
and
I've
match
got some time now, so I could read them.
keys
Well,
to
we're not gonna do
pages.
it now. We're gonna get to
Yeah,
heroin,
we're not
and then
doing
we're
it
gonna-
now.
Yeah. So more importantly is the danger that the party is in. Now, if
Yeah, we're
these
being
folks,
frantic. We're grabbing our shit and we're getting out of here and going
Yeah.
to the ruins.
all right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna pack up what, all of our stuff, just our valuables. Are we leaving
We're-
anything behind? Are we coming back to this house?
We're
We're
packing up.
abandoning
We might be coming back to the house. I think there'll be like the normal effects of living probably left behind.
Yeah.
But we'll be taking our anything that's useful for adventuring with us.
Chain-
We
Mail?
got kind of like
Leather
a go
armor?
bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
we got
I'm gonna
those.
put my arm. We're putting our armor
put
on.
our armor
I'm
on.
equipping my sword.
We
I
take our
don't
go
have-
bag under the stairs and we're fucking off.
Would I have had any spare daggers? I suppose I wouldn't. I ask if I can get like a dagger and a couple of throwing daggers off you.
I will give you. 1 second. I'll give you 2 throwing daggers.
Okay. So I've no longer got a bandolier anymore. Do you have you don't have any normal daggers? No.
No.
Okay.
I have my own 1 dagger.
Have we got like a knife, Neil?
Yeah,
In
you've
the
got like
kitchen?
a kitchen knife.
Okay, I grab that.
It doesn't have like a proper sheath. It's just gonna sit in a backpack or somewhere. It doesn't like
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
on a belt anywhere.
Yeah, I leave it in a backpack. I try and I took my throwing daggers under my belt. That should be fine, right? They haven't got a cross guard, so I imagine they could just like be tucked under my belt.
Yeah, but didn't you lost all your daggers?
I just gave him 2.
Oh, I
He's
sorry.
given-
Yeah.
I had a bandolier before, which I've lost, so I'm just
Right.
saying that usually they were across my chest, but now they're probably just like under my belt. He gives me 2 of his.
Yeah.
I've got a kitchen knife.
I had 4, now I
maybe
have
not
2.
in your belt, maybe in a pocket, because as you said, no cross guard. They might just like slip out of your belt if you're walking or jogging or something.
I guess so, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they sort of need a holder for them. So in a backpack or in a pocket.
When he
Okay.
arrives at the house, it's like 3 to 5 minutes before we get the fuck out. Like however long it takes to get on the armor and get our shit under the stairs, and then
Got
we're
it.
leaving.
Got it. All right. You pack up your shit and you head to Harrow Way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grabbing a lantern if we do have one in the house, or a
We
torch
do.
or something. Yeah, we've got a lantern.
We have 1.
All right. Let's take a look on our random encounter table to see if there's any dangers.
Oh, that dice doesn't count.
Nope. Floor dice never count. Ever. That's an easy walk. No dangers, no problems. You'll make your way back to Harrow Way. You've been here. You've done the route once. You can remember it pretty well. And by the time you arrive, it is still dark out. You have no idea how long until the sun rises. Could be an hour, could be 3 hours. But here
I'm
you
gonna give
are in the
you-
north ruins of the city.
Eavesdrop check. I just want to hear if I hear anything. It's a shitty stat for me, but or can I give you a perception check?
When do you mean, like...
When we get to Harrow Way.
Okay, like when you get to the building, you want to look around
Yeah.
to see if there's any sounds happening
Yeah.
coming from the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, throw me an eavesdrop. Actually, just give me
No.
the perception check, because for the eavesdrop,
Yeah.
you're going to need to like actually have something that you're... you know-
26.
Yeah. It's a quiet part of town. You can hear dogs barking in the distance. You can hear the chirping of rodents scavenging in the night. There's a couple of birds that are making some squawks before going quiet again. Just ordinary, quiet sounds of ruined parts of the city.
Okay.
No
Let's-
sound of slugs going nearby.
Let's check in here. And let's try the keys. And if they don't work, then we'll,
No, wait. Hang on, Pigeon. You don't think we should rest for a few days first? Find a house where we can hold up in? Read these notes?
I don't think the others come here. I don't know.
Yeah, but we don't know what's down there. I can't fight.
Yeah, all right.
So I think we try and find a house on this street, Neil,
Mm-hmm.
that is the most livable.
Before I go, I check to see if it's still locked.
You locked it on your way out, right?
I locked it on my way out.
Yeah, it's still locked.
Okay.
You can find a house here that has a shelter overhead that you can stay inside. There's
Yeah.
no furniture. There's no cozy anything. It's
Of
just
course, yeah.
a dark shelter. No problem.
Okay, yeah, but I think we get set up in there. If there is like, this is the remains of a rotten house. I think over time we could gather maybe some pillows or some blankets and things like that, maybe that are left over in some of the houses. But I think for now, I like sit myself up in a corner, take off my shirt and my chain shirt. I've just got the bandages around me, and I'm kind of like checking and see if they've like stopped bleeding, and I'm doing okay. And when I'm kind of satisfied, I'm gonna take out the notes and take out the keys, and using the lantern, I'm gonna start like looking at the labels on the keys, and I'll pull Pigeon into this as well, and I guess we read the documents together.
I can't read, but I'll probably fuck around with the keys.
But I think I think Luther probably needs to like sound out the words when he's reading anyway. So I think you can sort of like read it with me.
Learn.
Yeah. Maybe, or like, at least we can discuss the contents together.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what have you stumbled upon here, Luther and Pigeon? Because you look at this notebook, and there's some things that are clear, regular, plain old common tongue that you could sound out and read, and then there's a bunch of gobbledygook, and maybe it's shorthand, maybe it's a code, but there's a bunch of stuff that is clearly just like crap.
It's in a cipher or something.
Something, who knows? Maybe it's just a foreign language, and maybe it's like Dwarven written in with the common characters, and you're just unfamiliar with it. But there's a bunch of this that is, even if you were fully literate, you don't think you could decipher or pick apart.
Yeah.
So let me
I will
ask you some
separate
questions
the documents.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
but let me ask you here. Here's a good chance for reflecting on our characters at this moment. You've met the Copperheads. You've killed a man named Mickey that was clearly involved in some sort of lockpicking, locksmithing. What do you think is going on with the Copperheads? We'll start with Nick.
What do I think is going on with them, or what do I think these?
Well,
like,
what do you think
keys are
this
and stuff?
guy is? Mickey is. What do you think the situation is?
Well, I was thinking about that. He's got keys that he's probably made to match specific locks. So I would suspect that maybe some of these are keys to important places for them. So like look out holdouts for them or things like that. I say maybe some are like places that they want to break into, that he's kind of trying to copy their lock and build a key for it to help them in their endeavors when they bust into place X.
Mm-hmm.
They already have a key made for it because Mickey's studied the lock and made one for them. And yeah, I think that the keys are probably a combination of those two things: keys for their own stuff and keys that they've either stolen or made to try and hold for other places.
Okay.
I think Mickey might be the person that holds keys for the bosses. Not all the keys, right? But I think he might be like the guy that you go to when you need to go into like one of the tunnels or one of the safe houses or something like that. You go to Mickey and Mickey will give you a key. The house was way too trapped and fortified for him to just be a regular locksmith dude who's got, locks to the houses nearby. I think that Mickey was probably like some of the keys that we have right now. I think that the Copperheads are going to kill us for easily.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
I think that we need to like move probably to like another part of town. Like I think we probably have to leave the base.
You think this person is significant enough in the Copperhead organization that they're going to come for you?
Yeah,
well, not because we killed him, maybe, but more so to get the keys
because
back.
of what we have. Yeah. I think if we would have just killed him on the street and they heard like it was Luther, like they might try something. But the fact that we have the keys that he was working on, this guy was a master locksmith. They are going to seek us out and try to find us. Which is why I think it could maybe be good if we go and talk to either the Slayers or the Redcoats, Nick, and say, hey, we pulled a job on the Copperheads. This is what we fucking got. We know you're not like in the cool with them. How can we be of service and help you?
I think it's like our goal is to steal from the Redcoats, right?
Yeah, but this could be like, double agent kind of thing. We're not working for the Copperheads, but we help the Redcoats out a little bit. They start feuding with the Copperheads who killed one of their people. We give them a huge boon, and that'll get us in their good graces enough to maybe get in the Haraway thing. Like work within the evil dudes, or we can go help the Slayers, or we can just do none of that. I just think that's a cool, interesting route that we could go, but the Redcoats are dicks.
I think that makes sense. I think we should probably recover a little bit. I think we should try and use these keys on the lock on this street first, because that might give new information. But I'd say if we're at a loose end and we can't decipher the notes, then maybe that is a good way to go. But I think some time spent reading these notes, trying the keys in the house is well spent to get more information before we decide on a path.
Okay.
It's sounding to me like that this is a cipher that we're not going to be able to break, and that we could use help with one of the bigger gangs who have these smarter, more quote-unquote legendary people. But I think end of the line, we're not, we can't go back home anymore. And I think you're going to have to break that to Pigeon. You know, that's his family home. That's where he lives. That's where his mom died. And there's like no way we can go back there.
Yeah, there's no need for that conversation.
No, not right now. Absolutely not. No.
How long do you think you have before your house has to be abandoned? Like, how long
Now?
do you think it might take them to find your place? Is that
Day
by
or two.
morning they'll have it?
I think they go to the area where they know the murder took place, and they ask around for someone called Luther, and they find the house pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think that they're there now.
Okay.
Like in the hours that we've gone. You know, my mom used to work at the old Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're gonna know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They'll probably
kinda
be
why I
able to
felt like
piece together Pigeon, Luther, same house. Pigeon's mom used to work at the old Vic. They'll probably be able to put together quite a lot. A lot of people know Pigeon's face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you're actually in quite a bit of trouble here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so what about Nero? Do you think this is one of his keys is in this pile,
No.
Hoping.
or one
I
of
don't
these
think
keys
so.
is his? No. Okay.
Not the key for his house, maybe the key for the locked trapdoor.
Mm.
I'm kind of under the assumption that we fucked up and didn't go after Nero.
Mm.
So we're going to have to wait until we level up, and then I'll be able to do the store.
Mm.
I think that's where I'm at with it. And I think we maybe we'll level up. We'll see.
We still need to try the keys, but yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. We should try the keys.
Some of the notes are ciphered, but not all of them are. So we
Mhm.
can read. I can read some stuff. I say anything that's ciphered, I'm going to put aside separately,
Mhm.
and I'll read the stuff that I can read. I think that there's a chance that if we can make some money on our own, we don't need to give away, a percentage of
keys
our
to the forest,
spoils
yeah.
to break the cipher. We might be able to, we could pay someone to help us break the cipher. Like we could find, a wizard or an accountant or someone smart
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that could potentially do it.
So it's late. You got here with a lantern. Is this like I'm going to spend the witching hours of the morning by lantern light trying to decipher these texts, or is this like we're gonna rest here and recover our strength?
Yeah, no, I think
situation?
I think what happens is we probably have a little look at it tonight, obviously, have a talk
Mhm.
about it, probably discuss the things we're discussing now. Rest. In the morning, I think Pigeon has to go out into the city to get food for us,
Mm-hmm.
which will be risky. Bring it back here. And I think in an ideal world, we spend like 3 or 4 days, so I'm not on 3 HP, reading the documents, making sure we've got all the information. Then we go and try the key in the trapdoor. And if that doesn't work, then we decide what to do next.
Okay.
But it'd be nice if I'm on like 6 health instead of 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you do know that there are clerics in the inner city who will, meet you at gates that will offer healing in exchange for donations. You can buy healing from
How
the
much?
clerics
Isn't it like
in the
100 gold
inner
a level?
city. It is. I'm looking up the prices right now.
I mean, if it's anything like that, then I
If it's
can't
even
afford
10
it,
gold
obviously.
per level, I don't know if we could technically afford that, but that's
Yeah,
half of our fucking money, and we got to get a new place now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 GP per point healed.
Oh,
At
fuck.
point
yeah.
healed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just going to chill here, regain HP one day at a time, rest and recover.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the when the next day happens. I'm gonna go into
next
the
day
Red
comes
Coats
up.
area, and I'm gonna buy food. And I understand that this will be more expensive food because it's a
Yeah.
nicer fucking part of town.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm buying food there.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to start spending some of that silver now because you're buying rations to bring back, right?
Yep.
You don't have you can't buy like veggies and
Yeah,
then cook them
no.
up. We're buying
Yeah.
rations, so
Buying 2 weeks of rations.
that
Oh, that's a lot.
is 14 silver.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, rations of silver, I believe.
Oh, so
I'm
you
in-
want? Did you mean 4 weeks of rations, like 2 weeks for both of us, or? Did you mean 4?
No, I meant 2 weeks in total.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 13 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, I think spending a week there is good. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy some heavy blankets, maybe some pillows. I kind of want to buy some stuff that I feel like we can get like a rest with, and I understand that this will be like maybe multiple trips because I'm not strong. But I want to be able to get like start recuperating 1 HP per day out here.
Yep.
How much is that?
Well, as long as you're just resting
Just the rations?
and not doing
Okay,
anything, you'll get HP a day. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll just buy the rations then. Cool. I'll go back.
When Pigeon returns, you're back. Give me some of that food. I'm starving. What did you get?
I got rations from the Redcoats area.
Good thinking. Yeah, it's not safe down the Copperhead land.
About a week's worth. But if I need to go out again, I will.
After you've finished eating pigeon, why don't you dig around in some of the houses around here, see if you can't find some like blankets and stuff. It's cold here at night.
You're gonna read?
Yeah, I'm gonna read and rest up.
All right.
Just be careful.
Yeah, I'll be careful. I'll go around the houses and see if I can find some blankets or some pillows.
Yeah, you start walking in some of these places. This area collapsed years and years ago, so whatever's left lying here has been lying untended to in the open elements for many years now. And you're not finding much right away. It's kind of crap here, broken table there. You know, there's maybe a blanket that's half under rubble, and you can take your dagger and like pull out a section of the blanket. Otherwise, you'd have to like move hundreds and hundreds of pounds of rocks. And as you're poking around, you're gonna come across something. Something's kind of interesting here. I need you to roll me a d10 and roll high, my friend.
Surprise.
4. I have 2 to my surprise adjust.
From your high perception?
Yep.
Excellent. Then you wanted you didn't want a 1, essentially.
Perfect.
Yeah. So as you're searching around, you come across remains of the dead from when this place was under siege, and no one just moved the dead bodies. Not a big deal, right? You come across dead dogs, dead cats, dead squirrels. This is the ruins, right? There's a lot of crap lying around here. But one of these dead, as you move into the building and walk past the remains of some person or whatever, as you go looking for a blanket, one of these skeletons begins to shift and animate and begins to stand up again.
I throw a dagger at it.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Okay, it should just work. It's gonna be an 11.
Yeah, I do believe you're gonna quickly pull up my.
I think they have 11 AC, maybe.
Well, it's standing, so he's gonna get a slight bonus because it's not walking at him; it's just animating, which will take a moment.
Wait. I've just gone on Purple Worm and it says the website's suspended.
Yeah, I know. Purple Worm's been down.
Yeah, it's been down for a while. It might be.
Yeah.
It might finally be over.
I was only on it like a few days ago.
Yeah, it might be over.
Do you want damage?
No, I just want to open up my thing over here first. I want to make sure we have their AC right.
Oh my god.
End of an era, man.
I don't even know what I'm going to do.
Buy some books. No, that would be crazy. Actually,
That'd be
buying the
nuts,
books that
yeah.
you've been playing with for a decade.
I've got nowhere to put them all. And like,
There's
I'm not going to buy like all the complete handbooks and all that shit.
Well, you don't need those books. You just need the.
Well, I've got the 3 main ones already, but
Ah.
You've combat and tactics?
no, the handbook,
Don't be
the
ridiculous.
DMG, and the monstrous manual.
Got it. I got the handbook and the monsters manual. Don't need the DMG.
Ah, here is my 2E toolbox. Skeleton. Thank you. Our dearly beloved Skelly here does have AC 10. Yes, you can throw your dagger at it. You will hit the skeleton, who will take how much damage?
1.
Excellent. He'll take 1 damage. Let's roll his HP.
Wait, is the dagger not D4 though?
No. Throwing daggers D3.
Throwing daggers at D3. Yeah. The skeleton will take the damage. And I do believe the 2 of you should roll initiative now. Oh, you get more than one dagger in a round, though, when you throw, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw
It's
another
3?
one. I got 2.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I think it's 2.
Okay.
Miss.
All right.
It's just fucking whatever.
The rolls, mum.
The rolls.
Initiative?
Yeah, roll me initiative.
Should be throwing rubble at this guy anyway, probably.
Yeah, I know. Is there a
Skeleton.
rock nearby to like throw?
Yeah, there's tons of rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna do a rock throw. What do you
Yeah,
want? 2
3.
initiative? 3?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a throwing dagger, but I changed the initiative.
Sure.
It's just easier.
Excellent. The skeleton gets to its feet. It shambles towards you. It reaches out with one of its, with its clawed hands, trying to bash you with them. It's a 6 to hit, is no good.
I'm gonna bash it with a rock.
Yep, melee
Not throw
attack,
it, I'm
not a
gonna
throw
bash
attack. Mm-hmm.
1d20.
Yep,
That's it.
that's it.
18.
That's a
Nice.
critical hit. And I do
Bludgeoning.
believe the skeleton dies on the spot from that.
2d4. There you
Yeah,
go.
it just
Shatters
crumbles
its skull.
into dust.
I pick up my daggers. And this is interesting. I'm gonna do a thorough check of this area then. These things
Yeah.
shouldn't still be here. This doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna give you a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yeah, this is a damaged and destroyed building. The skeleton was just lying on the ground there. You can search the other parts of this building. You do see some other bones, but they look like they're trapped under rubble. And they're not animating at you. You don't find anything else of interest in this particular burned out, ruined building, but you can keep searching the ruins for other stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna search the ruins.
Excellent. Don't mind me. I'm not picking up anything of interest over here.
You find a philosopher's stone. What do you do with it? I spike that shit on the ground.
It was a good game while it lasted, everybody. It was fun.
Yeah, so Stromheim just blew up.
Oh, you know what? I'm so happy to not be dead. I was actually really annoyed last night, Neil, when we got off that call.
Yeah,
You know,
you seemed super angry.
I felt annoyed at you, even though I knew it wasn't your fault, but I was just really annoyed that it was just going to shit already, because it's one thing to roll one, but to roll like under 10 on like 10 rolls in a row.
And Neil was rolling so well too. It was fucked.
Yeah, maybe that's why I was a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Right. Now more aware of your surroundings. As you search, you come across some other buildings, you find some other scraps of cloth that you can take. There's some, it's covered in like what appears to be cat piss or something, but at least it'll keep you warm. None of the stuff is going to be quality, right? As you're looking around, though, and going into house to house, you come across a few other things of interest. One of these is a slime of sorts that you can see is hanging out in the shade and just sort of like vibing over there. But as you get closer to it, it begins to like move in your
Undulate
direction.
towards me, yeah,
And then as you step back to a certain distance, it stops moving again. So you'll see some slimes or jellies, those sorts of things. You probably don't know the difference between them, so we'll generalize it. There's the occasional undead. You only see the one skeleton, but if there's one, there's probably more, right?
Yep.
And you will also come across a pack of hungry dogs that live out in the ruins and travel together looking for scraps wherever they can find them. And
They're not above eating a pigeon.
they're not above eating a pigeon. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
How do
stay
you
away
deal
from
with
those
a
fuckers.
pack of dogs that you would come across? Is that like I'm just going to head back? Is that I'm going to like seek some high ground and
Yeah,
wait
that
them
would be
out?
like me like finding a nice area to climb, and I'm gonna climb up.
Okay. Yeah. You can climb up in a place where the dogs aren't going to be able to get you. This isn't a surprise. This isn't an ambush. This is like you're walking
I hear
along,
dogs
you
coming,
hear
you
some
know?
dogs, you climb up something, they come by, and you get stuck on a rooftop for, a couple of hours while the dogs circle looking for a way up and baying at you. And eventually, if you keep it a low enough profile, eventually they'll go away. This is all to say that the ruins of this city are empty and abandoned by humanity, but they are not safe.
By monsters and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was on the rooftop and the dogs were like, yelling at me or whatever. If there's like rocks up here or something, I would just try and like throw it and hit the dogs.
Yeah, there's not a lot
That'd be
of
my goal.
rocks on the rooftops, unfortunately.
Is there, like,
That's where
shingles?
No, we definitely
Okay,
don't have
cool.
shingles. They would just be stone roofs,
Okay, perfect.
or wood, whatever. Yeah.
Throwing rocks at dogs, is it, mate? I'm sure you'll hear about this the next 5 years.
Hey, I didn't though. That's the thing.
He didn't. There were no rocks to be thrown.
There were
I'm
no
sorry,
rocks to
Nick.
throw.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Okay, cool.
That has been following you, right? It's been
Yeah.
like an albatross over your neck for a
I
while.
know, yeah. Crazy.
People should learn to just move on.
They should.
They should.
Knowing that Haraway is how it is, and there's like the cellar and stuff. I will say that when I am searching tomorrow, the next day, I'm probably gonna come back near this area and I'm gonna like move shit around, like physically. I'm gonna try and like find something hidden or secret. I would assume that a lot of the old basements out here might be used for storage or something like that. So I'm gonna take my time in the ruins because we're gonna be here for a week. And I'm gonna,
Yeah, but you want to rest,
search.
right? So you're not trying to be moving heavy shit around.
I don't need to rest. He needs to rest.
Okay,
Yeah.
you mean you're down 2 HP?
I'll rest the last 2 days.
Okay, cool. So you're just gonna start like moving shit and trying to find something of interest in the ruins.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100 and knock it out of the park.
Little luck check.
Yeah,
I want a 94.
yeah.
60.
In the time that you spend searching, in the days or week or whatever it takes you to search, you find absolutely nothing.
It's fine. I
yeah,
crossed those buildings off my list that there's nothing here,
excellent.
and that's useful.
Yeah, in the process, you will find some segments of cloth or rags or scraps or maybe like a part of a carpet that you can bring back to whatever place you have out here. And it's fine. What do you do about water? Because you got food. That's easy to carry. But drinking
Guess I
water.
figured that there was like a well out here or something that we could handle and go to.
The wells out here aren't maintained. And so when like animals fall into them, they just drown and then pollute the
Not
water. Yeah.
Has it been raining?
It does rain from time to time, but that's not, unless you have a system to catch water, it's just going to run off.
I'll go
And then
back
also
to
you're drinking like
civilization.
dirty, gross water. You can
I'll
do
go
it.
back
You
to
absolutely can.
civilization.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm
No,
saying
I'll-
you could drink. There might be pools of water that are collecting in some of the ruins of these buildings. It's not unlikely.
I'll just go
That's not
back to the
unlikely.
Redcoats area and buy, I don't know, 2 water skins.
Yep, and then
I'll
just-
fill them up with water, and
You just
when we
do
need it, I'll
daily
just go
trips to
fill it
fill
up
them.
again. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's a great. Yeah, I think water
How much
skins
for
are.
the water skins?
They're.
I think it's nice to have anyways. Fuck it.
Yeah. Standard adventuring toolkit.
Sure.
Everyone needs water.
We got to start the adventurer shop, just like the one-stop shop for all the
Yeah.
good supplies.
Maybe
We
that's
can,
what should be our goal when we're rich. That could be like our front,
Yeah, water skins are 8 silver.
Okay. I'm
Each.
down
Yeah.
10 coppers, 1 silver.
Yeah.
Can I?
Great.
I want to fucking haggle. Okay. I got 14 silver and 1 copper. Will he take it?
Oh, for 2 water skins?
Yeah. I'm buying 2.
Give him the big eyes. Give me a charisma check with those big, bulging pigeon eyes.
Fucking weird.
Hey, how about 14 copper?
Get the fuck out of my shop, you mutant! He doesn't even
I go
sell
to
you
the-
one.
I go to the next shop and I'll pay.
No,
full
that's
price.
gonna be. You can buy 1 then, yeah. Unless you've.
Okay, cool. No,
mean-
I have 2 gold. I just didn't want to
Oh!
break my gold. You know.
Yeah, well then it's fine. Yeah, you pay your 2 gold, you get your 4 silver back. Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So the party
17,
can rest in Haraway.
Add a thing to your sheet, Nick.
What
We
am I
know
adding?
that-
Sorry? What's
Water skin.
We know that this part of the town is like, you're not going to get robbed unless someone happens to see you, but it's also not exactly safe here.
Yeah.
There are undead, there are packs of starving dogs, there are slimes and jellies, which, how would you even fight that?
Wouldn't.
This is not exactly like a great spot. And if someone is staying up every night, all night, keeping a watch out, you might be able to live here for a long while. But if everyone has to sleep at night, you're going to be defenseless. And if a roaming skeleton or an ooze or some sort of other creature comes your way, you might have a very, very rude awakening. Chances probably aren't high, but I'll roll some dice. And if the dice do not work in your favor, you might just wake up to being covered by a slime and dying, which is bad.
We've got a week's rations, but I think that if we do 4 nights, that would get me to 6 health. And then we've got 3 days rations spare. And I think that if we don't find anything in the trapdoor, we should maybe move across the other side of the city.
Yeah, I'm down with that. So, night 1, did anyone come to Harrow Way?
No.
Okay.
Night 1 was fine.
You can walk us through the nights, I guess, because I think on the
2,
4th, yeah.
It's fine. And we're not keeping watches, right? Because everyone needs to sleep.
And
And you're working during the day. You're spending your days.
I'm working during the day, yeah.
So our guards are just down all night, and we're just we're praying for a lucky break. Night 3, you're woken in the night by sounds, but nothing actually shows up.
I got high perception. That's what we're praying on right now.
Night 4, there's some weird sounds happening, but it's fine. It's fine. No one.
All right.
It's you're alive. 4 nights.
And
have
now
passed.
we go to Harrow Way. Add 4
So
HP.
wait, hang on. But I've just spent 4 days reading these papers, Neil. Do I have any idea where these keys are? Do I have any information to link to any of these keys?
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Add 4 HP.
Should only be 3 HP, right?
4 nights, right?
4 nights.
Yeah, but the first night I was fighting the night before.
Right.
true.
So
True.
3 HP.
Yeah.
You've had time to read through these and sound out the words and kick around and rest and then sound out some more words and make your way through it. The parts that are legible seem to be like scribblings of lock types and compositions, as if someone had a piece of paper next to them while they were working on something, and then they just like jot some ideas down. And every now and then there's like a section of like a write-up, like this lock has these properties, has this many tumblers with this amount of pressure that you need to apply. It's got this sort of form factor. It looks like this on the outside. Just sort of some descriptions of lock working types. There are some areas that look like they are notes where someone is putting together a lock, and it's got measurements of this bit and that bit. And, I needed wood, did not work. I'm going to try pewter. Pewter did not work. I'm trying lead. Lead worked, but it was too heavy. We're going to try brass. Brass works. It's a little more expensive than I'd like. Maybe we'll try copper. Copper worked as well. That sort of stuff. It's pretty mundane journals belonging
But
to a
this
locksmith.
could be useful for me maybe in the future to make locks for us or something like that. Like this could be like Pigeon's quote unquote start in the locksmithing game, because he's got a hoard of information here.
Could be.
Cool.
Could be. What point do you have the conversation about not going back home?
I don't think I do broach it until we're going to go to the trapdoor.
Got it.
Cool.
Well, today's the day then. Today's the day.
Wait,
to
no, I
return.
want to ask a little bit more. I've been reading these for 3 days, so I feel like I can ask a few questions about it.
Please do.
So
yes.
all of the common tongue written stuff is just notes on the specifics of certain locks.
Yeah,
and techniques.
It
Yeah.
seems to be craftsman's log and notes.
In the ciphered pages, okay, first thing I want to ask, do the lengths of the words look like standard words? So does it just look like it's a letter exchange rather than something more complicated? Like, for example, you might see lots of single letters on their own. Probably going to see 2, 3 letter words quite often. You're probably not going to see anything that's like 8, 9, 10 letters often at all.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so it seems like a straight cipher. Do I see 3 letter words? Like, trying to see if there's reference to the codes on the keys in here. So
Well,
I know that it's going to be hard to tell, like, but
you
that'll
can
be
see
like,
the references on the keys are specifically listed as headers in some sections. Like,
Got it.
okay, great,
these 3
okay.
characters clearly refer to like this paragraph over here. Guaranteed. Easy peasy.
So I think breaking the cipher would allow me to work out what these keys are for,
Yeah.
most likely. Okay.
Yes.
Just break
If
it.
I were to break the cipher, is that something that I can attempt, or is it something that is even beyond my efforts to start
I think it's going to
thinking
be completely beyond your efforts. You're not fully literate, and I don't think Luther has any concept of language and ciphers. Like you and I, the modern D&D world, we talk about ciphers all the time. You've probably read a couple of hours worth of information about ciphers. Luther's, he can
Nothing,
barely
yeah.
put together a sentence, you know?
So even the stuff I've just asked is probably pushing the boundaries of
Yeah.
what Luther might be thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
We'll limit
Alright,
that
I leave
behind
that for now, though.
proficiencies and knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, he is a thief, so he maybe has slightly more exposure to it than your average schmuck. Mm-hmm. But not a lot.
Maybe. Not a lot.
Okay, so that next morning, after the fourth night, I'll pigeon you wake up to find Luther dressed and walking around the building that we're in.
You're in your
like
bloody
he-
shirt.
Yeah, I guess so, but I've got my chainmail over it.
Oh, sure.
Probably eating some jerky from one of the rations. And as I see you wake up, I say, all right, I'm feeling better, Pigeon. I can get on my feet. Let me try some of these keys on that trapdoor.
Yeah. I'll go open the lock.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna go down there, and I think that there was some discussion of maybe it would be quicker this time because I'm becoming more familiar with this specific lock, etc. But it's only my third time picking it now, so I'm gonna pick it again and open it.
Yeah. We're not under pressure, so we're not going to worry about it, but you can unpick the lock. And you remember that the doorman
Yes,
is quick
I
to
know.
anger.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open the door and I'll get out of the way.
Whoosh
And
comes
Luther's
the
out of the way.
nasty trap, but you're fine.
I go in, I lock the door, I reset the trap, and
Do you,
Luther
you
and
leave Luther
well,
outside?
No, I
No.
come in as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Luther comes in. I don't
Cool.
reset the trap yet,
Got it. But you
I
did
think-
lock it.
but I did lock it, so we're on
Okay.
in the inside locked.
Excellent.
All
From
right,
the
we
inside,
go-
you can just twist a lock. You don't have to pick a...
Exactly.
Yeah.
We go up to the trapdoor. I sit down on the floor with my backpack open, and I say, all right, I'll pass you the keys one by one. Be careful. Don't break them.
Okay.
None of
I
the
start
keys
passing
fit.
them the key. Yeah. So we get to the end of the last key, and I watch him turn. It doesn't work. Gods be damned. Why is nothing ever simple?
If we wait like 3 more days, Nick, we might get
Level up.
and then I could open the door.
Potentially, yeah.
No.
Frustrated. I kick my backpack away or whatever as I'm sitting on the floor, and I say, oh my god, all of this has been... What's it for? Pigeon, we're not going to be able
Let's
to
just
go back.
Let's just go home.
We can't. We can't go back there. The copperheads will be looking for us. We gotta move. We've got some coin. We've got some gold. We've got the stuff that's important to us. I say we,
What
maybe
about
we go
the
past...
picture of Mom?
What do you mean?
Upstairs.
The
You don't
picture?
know? Yeah.
What, like that painting?
Yeah.
That wasn't even of her. That was just something I picked up at a secondhand store.
Oh.
Oh my god.
He's sad.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking, if we could cross over the thoroughfare, go to the other side of the Redcoats' territory, and find a house in a similar place to ours. In the the non-gang controlled area over there. We'd have the Redcoats between us and the Copperheads.
Aren't they gonna come get us then?
How are they going to find us?
Big city, I guess.
Yeah, we'll keep a low profile. And listen, these keys, they might not be for this lock, but I know that these are important. And the information about where those keys are, where those locks are, it's in these papers. I just got to find a way to break this cipher.
Maybe we can find someone in the Redcoats area. There's usually smart people in there.
Yeah, maybe in the Redcoats area or, maybe someone anywhere, really, as long as they're not a copperhead. We don't have to, the thing is, if it's a Redcoat, they're going to want in on the score. If it's someone who's not related to the gangs, then they might turn a blind eye, We could get the
Maybe
information
just
without
An
tipping anyone
academic.
off. Yeah,
One of them book knowers.
exactly, like a wizard or something. I don't know, one of them smarty types.
Yeah. Well, do we have the money to pay him? Do we have the money for a house? Are we gonna have to go live in the ruins for a few days?
No, we've got... This is the most gold I've seen in years. I'm pretty sure we can get a deposit down and find somewhere for this. I mean, most of the houses are unoccupied anyway. The landlords are just lucky to get anyone in them.
Alright, well, I gotta reset the trap and close the door and lock the door so get out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm still wounded. If you want to wait for a few more days, mess around with the lock a bit down here, see if you can't figure anything out, we can do that.
No one's came here for 4 days. Maybe we could stay in here where it's safe?
Sure. Yeah, okay. If anyone does try and come in, they'll get hit by the trap anyway, I guess.
You said the book has information on lockpicking. Maybe you can explain it to me and... I don't know, maybe I could make a lock or something.
Maybe, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll talk you through it.
Okay.
So it's a pretty technical. It's over my head a little bit.
We'll spend another 3 days here to get XP.
We spent 3 days to level up and
Here,
improve his
in
lock
this
skill.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this area, yeah. I reset the trap when we're going to bed at night. We're staying in this area now. That was 3.
Your first 2 nights passed pretty well. Go ahead
Fuck
and
you.
gain 2 HP.
Thank you.
We're gonna need it, Nick.
Yeah.
The third night. Mr. Mooton, we're going to just have you make this roll because you're the one with the high perception here. I need you to roll me perception at half strength. So your perception is 17.
Whatever.
So
that is.
you
Nice.
want... You're rolling at 8, which is
Yeah,
a pass.
that's a pass.
You're woken up in the middle of the night by the sounds of someone picking the lock on the front door.
I wake Luther up and I point to the fucking door.
What is it?
and
I should also mention no one sleeps in armor because that's crazy pants.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on now.
What is it?
I kind of like whisper to you.
They're picking the front door. Go listen to how many people it is. Maybe there's multiple talking.
My eyes open up and I
Put
hear
on
the
my
person.
leather as he's picking up his shit.
Is this building, is the upstairs
Accessible
Like a-
from here?
accessible?
Inaccessible, no.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Is there
One
more than
way
one
in.
room?
Yeah. Well, no, there's a front room and a back room, and the back room is where the trap door is.
Is that good cover in this room?
You could make a hide check here. You've got enough time that you get the... Let me open up the modifiers here. So, hiding in this room. You've got time. So, +2 for time. The cover is moderate, so 0 for that. And it's not great. So, yeah, this room has been cleared out, and there's like walls have caved in and stuff has fallen down. There's like an avalanche of stuff and then like a few rocks that have fallen around, but there's not like lots of big things. Like at best what you could do is try and hide yourself in or just around the corner of the avalanche of rubble, but it's going to be a +2 for you, a +2, and then depending, their perception check will be at, you know, if are they trying to find you?
Yeah.
Do they have a lantern? That sort of stuff.
I think we should get our armor on and try and hide.
I agree. Can you describe the doorway very precisely? Like, I'm
Yes.
wondering if we're at the door and we're both like to the side of it and one person came in, double backstab or something like that, you know? Like double.
There is a front
backstab or
door.
something.
There is space on
Got it.
either side of it. There are no windows going here. The door is made out of very solid wood, but it's kind of old. There's a nice lock on the front door, there is a lock on the front door. It's not nice. That room used to have an exit that led into another room, but that has been sort of rubble filled. So you can sort of crawl up the rubble a little bit and maybe move to the left or right a touch, but there's not any real space to go from there. Then there is the back room, which is just a straight shot from the front door into a similarly sized room. There's room to the left and to the right of that doorway that leads into this back room. It's in this back room that you had found the trap door.
Okay.
Maybe
I
we
think,
should do that. Hide
So-
around the sides of the door.
yeah, I think hide on the sides of the door. Let's make an eavesdrop check, and that'll be our first like 2 rounds because I'm getting.
So then
armor.
when they step in, you're gonna fight.
Not sure yet. We just want to hear how many people it is. If it's one person, then maybe. If it's like we hear like multiple people talking, like we hear 3 voices, I would probably say we don't fight and we hide. If it's 2, we can have a discussion because then we can cover one, and then the other person will hopefully give up. So can we do 2 eavesdrop checks?
Absolutely. 2 eavesdrops checks. Here we go. You're listening to something that's just on the other side of the door, so that's a +3. But there is a door between you, so that adds 10 feet, so it's a -2. But it is very quiet out here, so +4. So it's a total of +2 on your eavesdrop check.
That's not like +5 total.
It's a +5 on our eavesdrop check. Is what if it's what you said. It's +5.
Let's see. So
4 for being quiet.
4 for being quiet. It was 5 feet away, but then you got 10 feet got added because of the door, which means it's 15 feet away, which is a -2. So +4 and -2 is a +2.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I fail. He fails.
Yeah, we both fail.
Mother, why do you?
Although it depends how long it takes them to pick the. I mean, because I feel like eavesdropping is something you can try more than once, or not.
Depends if
it's your ability to focus on a particular sound, noise, or conversation. So in this situation, like maybe the door is a little bit thicker than you thought, or
is there
or
any
whatever it is,
consideration
like
for the fact that we're not trying to hear what they're saying, we're just trying to hear how many voices,
how many people there are. Maybe it is a perception.
Ooh, that's a good point, because you're not trying to hear you're not trying to hear what's being said. You're just trying to hear if there are multiple voices. Yeah. That is very true. In that situation, I think MrMouton, you rolled like a 19. I think that's more than enough to easily hear that there are at least 2 voices. If there's a third voice, it must be further away. But there are lulls in the conversation. You can hear like, and then a reply, and then quiet, and then.
Is there a back door out of here?
No.
What
Once
do you
again,
think?
you've found a room with 1 entrance and 1 exit, and a trap on the door, and you locked yourselves in here.
We have high AC right now, 16.
Yeah. I mean, I say we go for the ambush.
I say we go for the ambush, and
you have no idea who's on the other side of the door. What if it's like a 10th level fighter?
I mean, what if it's a fucking 20th level wizard? Like, that doesn't matter.
Okay. What if the floor is lava?
You said it doesn't sound like we can really hide anyway, right?
No, it sounded like there's a chance to hide.
Make a hide check up +2.
Yeah, he was going to give us +2, and he
Yeah.
was going to give them, it sounded like -4 or something, to like if they were looking or didn't.
Depending on
shake out.
their searches, they'll have various pens.
Well, I think maybe we should hide then.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for the hide.
We're going to hide
Each
in
of
the
you
rubble.
are going to need to make a hide check.
+2?
+2.
For fuck's sake!
It's fine.
I know, but I can't roll anything above a 10.
I know.
All right.
It's fine. They're not going to be coming in here fucking looking. That would be odd, but we'll see.
Now, this was while you were sleeping, so the trap is set.
Yes, the trap is set.
Okay. The 2 of you do your best to hide. Everyone always thinks that they're hiding successfully, of course.
Yeah, but I know I am right now. 32 or 33. I'm a Giga Chad. Just a heads up, Nick, your greatest strength is your 16 in strength right now against, I think, most people.
Yeah.
Because, grappling like a high level fighter is legit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get into position. You're in that, off of the main room, you're in that rubble pile that has like strewn down through a doorway, and you're kind of positioning yourself on either side of that doorway, trying to remain unseen. The door will open, or the lock will open. You'll hear it.
How long does it take them to open
it?
And do I hear someone get smacked?
It takes them like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, something like that.
What did it take? What did it take,
longer.
Pigeon?
Fuck. I think.
Is that accurate, Neil? It took Pigeon a lot longer.
I can't remember, honestly.
I can't remember. I can't remember either.
Well, you can compare that pickpocket check to Pigeon.
Yeah, it might have took me like
same
15 minutes or whatever. 20 minutes. I can't remember though.
I'm trying to work out if they're significantly higher level than us by if they break the lock that took us 3 hours and 10 minutes.
I don't think anyone remembers how long it took Pigeon, so...
I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay. Do they get smacked with it?
No. They seem to be well aware of it, but instead of just opening the door and letting it, slide down, they reach up and grab for the thing that's up there already, that would like release the trap. And so they'll crack open the door slightly, grab the activation thing, swing open the door, and then like slowly and gently lower the trap to a deactivated position. And then they will walk on in, talking pretty jovially. There is no light source. They just walk in. It's nighttime. It is now...
What are they talking about?
It is almost the day before the new moon, so actually they're going to have to bring a light with them. So they will light a candle in here, or they'll stand outside, wick a candle to flame, and step on in and take a look about. Ooh. Okay. They glance around the room. One of them says, not too bad. Easy peasy. Let's go. And together they will walk.
Can we see them?
What do I see?
You're hiding. You're trying not to be seen, right? You're not poking your head around these corners.
No.
You're trying to remain out of line of sight.
If I see the cuff of a red coat or something like that, that would be useful.
Oh, well, by the tone of their voice, they're red coats, 100%.
Okay,
like you can hear the nobility in their voice, absolutely. And they will stroll into the back room, closing the door but not setting the trap behind them, and then you can hear someone say, "You got the key?" And the other one, "Yeah, of course I've got the key," and pulling out, sounding like a key being inserted into something. And then the turning of metal on metal, and then the opening of a hatch in the ground, and then a after you, and then a no, after you. No, after you, my lord. No, my lord, after you. Oh, well, if you insist, of course. And then the sound of footsteps on a wooden staircase, a hollow wooden staircase to be certain.
They are not wearing armor.
You didn't see them.
Well, no, but I could hear them if they were in heavy armor.
Did you
didn't
hear like jingling of
plate
chain?
mail. You didn't hear the jingling of chain.
I didn't hear like a sword knocking against the wall or something like that, jingling as they walk. Like a long sword or something like that.
No, they might. Redcoats tend to have rapiers or some sort of swords on them, but they're only moving through a short area. You're not going to get like their gear based on this short movement. But you do hear them open the hatch in the ground and then walk down the staircase.
And there's two of them, definitely.
Two of them,
Do
definitely.
they leave it open?
No, it thuds behind them. And they're gone.
I'll go over to Luther.
Luther, what do you want? You want me to get out of here?
Well, is the hatch still open now, I assume?
You heard it shut.
He said it.
Yeah, but it's not locked though, right?
You can try it. You want to touch it?
No. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if we lock them down there.
I would assume that there's a way. I have no idea.
I mean, we could leave them down there to starve.
No, someone would come for them, right? Now we know it's a known place. People come here.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have to scarper then, don't we?
We could set up a trap with like ropes.
What, to kill these guys when they come out?
Set up a trap. They come out. We incapacitate one of them or something. We can get the other guy. Things that we could do.
There's things that we could do, Luther.
I don't think it's worth it. Like, we've got all these keys to all these fantastical places. Like, I think it's safer and potentially more lucrative to try and level up slash break this cipher. I mean,
Thanks.
if you've got a plan for your rope, I'm not sure how you're gonna kill 2 level 3 fighters with 50 foot of rope, though.
I have 100 foot of rope. Okay.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, like, in theory, if we know which way the hatch opens, right? We know how they're going to be facing when they come out of the hatch. Like, in theory, we could, like, stab them in the fucking head as they come up the stairs.
The issue I have right now is that I feel like sometimes, like, assassinate damage in, like, this situation isn't enough.
To kill them. Yeah, I agree.
I feel like maybe, like, you just get an insta-kill when you have someone this dead to rights or something like that. Is there anything that we could, like... No? Okay.
No, there's no.
I mean, if you
kill.
roll a 15 on a surprise back attack, you're rolling a 19 against AC 10. I mean, or if you can get a 16, then you're rolling, like, what is it, Neil? That would be
you'd be rolling 4 times damage dice.
4 times damage,
if you hit a 10, it's 2, 15, it's 3, 20, it's 4 times damage dice.
Yeah, you just gotta roll well. That's the thing.
How about? What if I set up so there's already the lever that shoots down, right? Would there be any way?
What's the lever that shoots down?
Sorry, the big hammer that comes.
Right, at the front door. Yeah.
I assume that there's like a heavy thing, or I don't know how the lever is, right? I don't know how it comes down. I would assume that there's a counter mechanism that, like, brings it down, right?
It's
so my goal would be
gravity driven. It's just the weight of the hammer itself. And then it's just propped up by, like, just a stick that'll hold it in place until the door moves and the stick falls. It's a real basic bitch trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one end of the hammer is attached via an axle onto the ceiling.
Would there be any way... Here's my idea. I don't know how it would work. I'd want to put the rope to where if someone... I'd want to make... a little foot trap. So if someone comes in and, like, goes through it, their foot's gonna get caught, and then it'll catch, and then the hammer will come down, and they'll get up in the air, something like that.
What? Like, if someone
wait to, like, bring them in the air. I don't know how much the hammer is.
But the hammer's only on the front door. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We make one of those jungle traps, where there's a rope and it makes a circle, and when you stand in the rope, the circle closes around your ankle and you go up the tree. We make that trap.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Excellent. Absolutely cannot do in any way, shape, or form. To be clear, there are no hard points. There's no places in this building really to attach any ropes. I have no idea how you would make an improvised trap in, like, a bare room with a rope.
The best trap would be to wait behind the trapdoor, and when they come out, just fucking back attack them. We back attack the first guy. He falls down the stairs, knocking the other guy back down the stairs. We run in after them. We kill them when they're on the floor. Like, I think that's our best chance, but like you said, I mean, if I do assassinate with a short sword, then it's actually d6 plus 1 damage times 3 times 4. It's decent damage. It's possible, but I don't think the cheese is worth the squeeze in this case.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I would love to do it.
In American, that expression is, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. I've never heard it. The cheese
I think it's
is worth
it's an American expression that I remembered wrong, I think.
We can always...
But cheese rhymes with squeeze, so I mean...
We can always come back here and do this later.
Yeah.
We can set up this exact thing. So I think we get our belongings and we fuck off.
We could hide on the roofs of the buildings and try and catch their conversations when they leave. See how long they're there for.
Well, I think we would just stay hiding in here, right? Because we've done it once.
Would they make another perception check on the way out, Neil? They probably would, wouldn't they? Without that knowledge, I don't think we would hide here. It's too risky. I've got to roll a 16, mate. I don't want to meta, but the chance of me getting seen is quite high.
Then I think that we should leave. I don't think we would just stay on the roofs to hear their conversation, right? If we were gonna... We've hid here once successfully, is my point. We would just assume that we could do it again. We wouldn't take the risk to, go on the roofs and...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose I've walked around, so I would technically be hiding again. No, I mean, yeah, let's leave then.
Yeah, let's leave. We are going to leave.
All right. You can exit.
Should we go back to our hideout for another few days?
Before we leave, I say...
But if we wait, we can see what they're coming up with.
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Well, then why don't we just hide in here? Do you think we'll have a better? Oh, we really couldn't see what they had when we were inside. So maybe if we go outside to the roofs, we'll be able to watch them. And what
There you go. Now you're getting it, Pigeon.
You're welcome, yeah. All right, we do that then. Makes sense.
You can go out.
Couldn't see him on the inside.
That roof that we were on the first time when we were watching the place, if you remember.
Across the street, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. You can go out, open the door quietly, shut the door quietly, leave the trap in place, undisarmed, scramble across the street, up into a building, and get a nice lay low with all of your scraps of blankets and whatnot. On the way out, well, when they begin to exit, you'll see the door open, and you'll see them walk right on through, carefully taking time to reconstruct the trap. Someone's holding it and putting a stick here and then stepping through the door and placing the stick on the top of the door and then closing the door properly because the door's got like a little wedge so that the stick will still hit against it. And then they'll sit down and they will slowly repick the lock again.
Interesting.
One person squatting and repicking the lock, the other person watching the back.
What do they have?
Looking up and down. Now you guys are across the street, and you've had time to hide. This is a much better sort of hiding situation, but I'm still going to insist on hide checks for a 12, a bonus of 12.
You're good, Nick.
Even with the 3, Nick, you've done it.
What is going on?
What
You're just
superstition
bad,
do you
man.
need to do to reset the seed? I
Gotta
do
be
Refresh
close
roll
to
20.
reopen, yeah.
refresh roll
Oh,
20.
really?
No,
Okay.
the issue is that you're due now. That's the problem. Is you just refreshed your due.
Oh, no, bollocks. Don't give me that.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to do a test roll now, Neil, to make sure the seed's okay.
Just a regular
Okay.
test. This roll doesn't
I'm
mean
roll a
anything.
D100, so it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
it's not
Still
fixed.
talked yet. I'm gonna do 2 things. I want to look like at what they have in their hands, what they have on them, who they are, maybe do I recognize them, and I also want to eavesdrop to hear their conversation specifically. I don't think I can read lips at this.
No, not at this distance, not in this darkness. But you could eavesdrop. They are, you had a minus 6. on it anyway, so
They've got a light, right? So they're not.
No, they had
not
a
in
candle when
darkness.
they were inside, but they blow it
They
out
take
when
it
they
out
step
when it's
out.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. And their chance of passing a perception check to see you is basically
Nick, do you
impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I listen as well. Can I eavesdrop?
Yeah, it's at like minus 6, but you can do it. No, not today.
Classic.
Not today. You can't hear anything that they're saying. One person watches, one person resets the lock, and then
They come out with anything interesting?
No, whatever they have. If they've taken anything, then it must be in their bags. And if they brought something to leave, then it must have been in their bags when they came in, or maybe it was in their hands, but you just couldn't see. Who knows? But it is 2 redcoats. They do have rapiers at their sides, and once they leave the building, they sort of keep a low profile and scurry, trying to take a little bit of cover here, a little bit of cover there. They seem a little paranoid, and they will make furtive movements, staying out of the main boulevard of the street as they scamper through the rubble and then head back towards their district, the northern district, the main trade district, the green zone.
So, what do you think? We can do a few more days, heal a bit more HP, potentially meta, try and level up.
I say we do
Right.
2 more days here, or 1 more day here. That's our next.
We'll level
whatever.
when the party is in a place of proper rest, like when your
Then we're
guard
gonna
is
go and
down, when
find
you've
a-
got like a house,
I think
when you've
we
got like a
go,
lair
like,
or something that
maybe
you can
over
chill
here.
in.
Yeah, we're gonna go get a lair.
Like over here, Neil, like sort of symmetrical place to where we currently are.
Yeah.
So like we follow the main road through the redcoats area and then try and find a house like in this white zone over here.
Way over here, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're moving our base.
Okay, so let's talk about buying or renting property. If you want to live in a house in a populated area, you're going to have to pay rent to a landlord and all that jazz.
Yeah.
If you're just going to grab an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere, it's going to be a piece of shit house. And, you could just live in an abandoned house that has absolutely no rent requirements. It's not necessarily
For the
a
next,
great
like, few
idea,
days,
but
as
you
long
could
as we
do
can,
it.
Like, do our leveling shit.
If that's good enough to feel comfortable enough to feel safe and stuff, then I think that's fine.
That's fine for now.
Well, I mean, you won't have a bed. You won't have sheets. You won't have pillows. You'll have like
I think
literally
we should
nothing.
try and-
It'll just be a
I
hard
personally
floor.
feel like we should. It's temporary, right? We're going to be coming into some money, so maybe we can slum it for a little bit.
Slum it for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go live like hobos in an
For
abandoned
like
building.
for like fucking 2 days.
Yeah,
I
you've
like
already been
hobos,
living
yeah.
like hobos for a while. It's fine, right?
Yeah.
What's another 2 days?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and gain your remaining 2 HP or 3 HP,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Is now a good time to have a little break?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do
Right.
XP.
A little breaky poos?
Well, I was gonna do XP when we're sort of like we finished an adventure. And I feel like we're still sort of in the middle of something. We haven't come to
Yeah,
any
the issue-
conclusion, right?
The issue is that we need to level in order to go to Harroway.
Oh, well, I
think
actually
that-
feel like
Well-
that we are kind of at the end of an adventure, Neil, really. Like, the next stage of our adventure is to go and break the cipher on this or find a way into that trapdoor. But we've completed the adventure of dealing with the redcoats and
Have we?
killing Mickey and robbing from him. Otherwise, it's going to be like 10 sessions till we level up if our
I
goals
don't
are
know.
to.
I'm not really sure what the adventure is, but I feel like you are wanting to speed run the, how do I say? I was going to award XP when things have settled and there's not like something that we're about to go off and do. And if we're in a state of like, here, we have a plan, but we just need to like, you know, press the skip time button so we can get XP, that doesn't feel like a good time to reward XP. That
Yeah,
feels
but,
like you're in the middle of an adventure.
We need to break the cipher. We need
Mhm.
to teach me how to lockpick better to be able to get into Harroway. Our next thing can't be, oh, let's go break into Copperhead territory. Our next thing can't be, hey, let's go fuck with some redcoats to get the key. We had that opportunity in Harroway. We had the perfect chance to do it, and we decided not to. So I'm just kind of saying, like, this is like a good, like, quote unquote, like XP point, because we're gonna go find a scientist, a person smart to break
Mr.
the cipher.
Scientist.
And
Sorry.
then that brings us to our next like thing that we're gonna do, which could be breaking into Copperhead territory, which could be Harroway.
Okay, well, why don't we take a break? We'll think about it. We'll come back with a little bit more Hardly Heroes.
Cool.
All right, so let's talk about gaining XP. If we want to be in a situation to rest and recover and like gain XP to level, I'm gonna need you guys to be in not hiding for your life. If you can get yourself an inn for a week, if you can, you know, get a place to rent for a while, if you can be in a place where you actually have proper space and security and you're not like hiding in the abandoned ruins, sleeping on hardwood floors, freezing every night in the middle of December.
Okay, wait, so I feel like this was the conversation we were having before, which was, would an abandoned house be fine? It kind of sounds like, no, it's not fine, actually.
No,
Let's
an
get an
abandoned
inn.
house you could chill in and hang out in, but it's not going to be okay to recover to
Get XP
qualify
in
as getting XP. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think we will try and rent a house then.
rent a house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that brings us to monthly living expenses, because we're also at the end of December.
What day did we start?
We started on the 14th of December,
Okay, we're
and
close
you
to the
met
end, yeah.
the Redcoats on the night between the 26th and the 27th. So we're basically at the start of the new month. And so why don't we...
No, hang on. But we have not played a full month, so we shouldn't pay a full month's expenses.
I think
You started halfway through the month, so we, you know... You also didn't
okay.
pay any expenses. You started with a half month's expenses paid, not even
Sure,
out of
Nick.
pocket. So... You know what I mean?
So we pay
No,
at the
sure.
end, not at the beginning?
Yeah, we pay at the beginning.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if we pay at the beginning, then we were already paid up for December, weren't we?
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm saying we're at the end of December, so it's about time
Oh,
to
so
pay
we're
up
paying
for
for the
another
next
month.
month. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So this should include renting a new home.
Yeah, because we're not paying our old rent.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw all our things out, Luther.
What things?
My favorite pot.
Oh, the cooking pot? Oh, that was a
Yeah.
good part. We've been in the family for years, that. Shit, yeah, you're right. We
Yeah,
can't go
throw-
back, though, Pigeon.
He's gonna throw out Mom's clothes.
Should have thought about that before you suggested killing Mickey.
Oh, I just fucked up again.
It's alright, you're still young, kid. Got a lot of lessons to learn.
Man.
We're not... People aren't born this wise, you know. Victron Renta wasn't built in a day.
Okay. I will need 10 gold. Do you have 10 gold?
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah, we got 10 gold, baby.
Yeah.
All
Is that
right.
each or total?
You can
Are we
make. Go ahead.
We talking each or total?
Total 5 gold each.
Have you got 5 gold on you?
No.
Okay, so I'll
Got
pay
17 silver.
that. Okay, so we now are down to 2 gold and a decent bit of silver.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
Let's
You
go.
can walk through the town, inquire about a building that looks like it's empty. Someone will say, oh, yeah, it's empty. They'll give you contact information for their landlord. You'll have to go to the gates of the inner city and be like, hey, we're looking for the landlord. There's a bunch of bullshit hoops you have to jump through. It's going to take you like a day and a half to get the place settled. We're just going to hand wave all that bullshit. Unless by chance there's some redcoat that sees you and wants to kill you, but I don't think anyone wants to kill you
Copperhead.
right now. Yeah, but
Copperhead, you mean?
No, I mean redcoat, because the inner city is right here. This would be the entrance in redcoat territory.
But the redcoats have got nothing against us. We're fine.
Yeah. There's no one. That would be the only danger, is if there was a redcoat who wanted to kill you, and there's not.
It's just random, yeah.
Yeah.
His
you're
wife,
fine.
you know? Cool. We get our place and we rest up.
You get a place, and you said you wanted a place on the edge of abandoned territory again, like right on the edge of civilization.
Well, just
No.
like around here somewhere, just in this white area.
Let's do it. Let's do it a few streets up this time, Nick. Like, let's be like here.
I don't think it matters where, just in that area.
Well, right there, Neil.
Okay. Coolio.
I think as we were talking, fuck, I gotta go open the fucking door because she never has her fucking keys for some reason.
True. I know
That's
that
true
feeling.
love right there, everybody. That's how you know you found the one. So where did things go wrong? As long as we're just sitting and waiting. What was the moment where everything went sideways? Because it was pretty good for a long time.
What are you talking about? Sorry.
The campaign, the danger, right? You were following Mickey. You hadn't been seen. You'd been hanging out with the old Vic. When
It's
did
the fact that we rolled poorly in the ambush to kill Mickey. The fact that we didn't kill him and caused a scene set this whole chain of events in motion.
It wasn't.
Otherwise, we'd be fine.
It wasn't going into his house after he had been killed. That was the problem. It was the botched assassination.
Yeah, because otherwise, like at that point, killing him was for naught if we just run away.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so at least we got something out of it.
True.
I think the mistake was what Moot alluded to earlier, was going after Mickey and not going after Nero.
I think that was a mistake, but it also
That's
we just
where
rolled
things went
badly.
wrong.
We just
Yeah, we
rolled badly.
rolled badly.
Rolls. You can do nothing with bad rolls.
Yes,
It was a good plan, just rolled poorly.
it was a good plan.
I think Nick's gonna be getting a cipher cracker.
Well, I'm going to try and we'll have to roleplay that because I don't think that's be straightforward.
and get to it.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but we spent a few more days resting up. I mean, I just recovered another 3 health, so
Yeah. Well, we're just going to skip ahead a week then, because you wanted to get a house and you wanted to rest and you wanted to level,
yeah.
right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to move into 1519, January, which is really the start of winter in our calendar year here.
Convenient.
We're going to start our next section at January 8th. So, let's do experience. We've killed one person.
It's already know it's going to be like 200 experience. Yes, we killed one person and stole an invaluable, literally invaluable amount of keys. But if you were going to
Invaluable
value
also means valueless, so 0.
No,
I killed a
it's the- hang on,
skeleton.
hang on. It's the
Yeah, let's
opposite.
take
It means
this
the
one.
opposite. It means the opposite.
It
of
means there's
valueless.
no possible value to these things. It cannot be quantified.
No, it means that price is on request and its value is incalculable, but presumed high. That's what you know, man.
Incalculable. 0. I get it. Yeah, same.
No, that's not the same thing. That is not the same thing.
Okay.
One
If you
divided
insist,
by
Mr.
zero-
Finance.
1 divided by 0 is incalculable, but it's not. It definitely is not 0.
Okay, that's true. It might be
Yeah.
0.
No, it's not. It's definitely not 0. It might
Well, it's
be,
if it's
but
incalculable. How do you know it's not 0? It just means that you're not good enough to do the math.
because I can say I don't know what it is, but I can still say it's not 0.
Okay. You know what it's not, but you don't know what it is.
Yes,
That's right.
Okay.
correct.
Perfect.
Difference.
So, how much for Mickey? Mickey was... Where was he? Mickey was a 5th level thief.
God,
Mickey rolled well on his health.
Yeah, he did.
He rolled d8s, and he had 24 HP. So he rolled 4.8 instead of 4.5 on average. It's not too bad.
Seemed like more when we were fighting him.
Seemed
Oh,
like
yeah.
he had infinite health when we found him.
Yeah. Seemed like I
Pretty-
did like 10 damage and he took like 10%.
He did all right. So the XP for Mickey is gonna... Let me open up my little XP calculator over here.
This is where I start groveling for XP, right?
Don't debase yourself.
Well, tell me when you're ready for my spiels.
Hold on. 2.5, 1, max no spells. Does have a pretty decent burst damage attack.
We killed him in his lair. You know,
4.
we used some thief skills to do it.
We used thief skills to run away. We stalked him. We created a plan of attack.
Yeah.
Did multiple days of stalking him and Nero.
A
lot of role-playing.
A lot of role playing.
A lot of role playing.
All right, so Mickey is worth 557 XP.
Okay.
Everyone gets, another 200. Well, hold on. So each of you, you're gonna split that. So each of you gets 278 for combat.
Got it. I
What
killed
are
a
we at?
skeleton.
What
Oh,
are we
you
on
did
right
kill
now?
a skeleton.
I'll take my skeleton.
You're at the
solo
bottom of
XP.
level 2.
Which purple worm is down, so I don't know what that is.
I know what it is. It's you're at 1500. You're at 1250 XP, and you need to get to 2500.
The thief rebuild has slightly higher XP requirements. You are at 1500.
What do we need to get
buffed.
to then?
You need
That's it.
3000.
3,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're fucked, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, yeah.
But everyone get 278 for Mickey. You killed a single skeleton. I think the skeletons are worth... Let's see. Skeleton has a bonus hit of 1, 2.5 damage. They have 4.5 HP. AC 10. They are undead. They have weapon resistances and weaknesses. So we'll say that averages out to none. And they have 14 movement rate. Oh, and they are dumb.
It's a big XP, Nick.
All right. Wow, yeah, is that right? That skeleton's worth 87 XP?
I'll take it.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead and take your 87. Rogues, everyone, you stalked Mickey through the streets, so each of you gets 200 XP. Nick, you did some sneaking up buildings. You did 2 important building climbs, so that's another 400 for you.
So what's this? 600 so far for thief skills.
Yeah. I'm not going to do assassinate as a thief skill.
I did picking of locks.
Yeah, I just wanted to do Nick first. I
do
wanted to
Nick
get
first,
one
yeah.
out of the way entirely.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
You fail. I think that's it for you, Nick. For thief skills. For MrMouton, you also hid and stalked Mickey through the streets. That's 200. You picked what lock was it?
The
front door
yeah.
Of Haraway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 200 there for you.
I also picked the lock to Mickey's house.
That's another 200
No,
for you.
I failed.
No, you didn't.
I failed.
You failed that.
I failed. Okay.
Okay, so I think that's just 400 thief skills for you.
So I'm at 765, I think.
Gold value obtained. All your gold is ill-gotten, or at least the gold in Mickey's house was ill-gotten. How much was that?
It's about 15 gold total.
Okay, so that's 30 experience.
Maybe it was more like 20 gold, actually.
Yeah, including mine, I think it was
Let me
like 20
scroll.
gold.
I rolled it earlier last session. Scrolly. Ooh, nope, I think it's lost.
No, I can see it.
It's right there.
It was...
it was this session, yeah.
13 gold and 52 silver, so 18 gold.
18 gold.
Yeah,
All right, so each of you get 18 experience for
gold.
that.
Hold on, I also got 2 gold because I got it off Mickey, and it was like 27 silver.
No, I'm including that.
Oh, you were including that. Okay, so what was it? Sorry.
You each get
18.
18 experience. Yep.
Thank you.
And let's see. Everyone roleplayed their character well, so everyone get another 200.
Cool.
Has an idea that saves the party? I don't think so.
I think climbing up the side of that house might have been... No, wait.
That doesn't save the party.
No. Mouton opening the door at the time the guy was bashing it in, that actually was an idea.
That saved the party, yeah.
Okay. I'll give you 200 for that, Mouton.
I defeated the skeleton in single combat.
You already got the 87 for that, yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think that's enough. That seems like enough for me.
That's it?
Yep. What are y'all at? And I think you both have 10% bonuses, or is that just Mouton?
I don't, yeah.
What'd you end up with, bud?
1 sec. I ended up with 13. What?
2,596.
In total?
Yeah.
Did I fuck up my math? Because we're at 1,500 plus 1,301. I'm at 2,801.
How did you get? I've got 278 for combat, 200 for the stalking, and 400 for the climbing. That's 600, so 878. Right. Then 18 for the gold.
Yeah.
That's 896. And then 200 for role playing. That's 1,096.
I had an extra 200 because I saved the party. I had an extra 83 because of the skeleton, and I had my 10%. And I think I had something else in there. So I don't think
Wait, did I miss something from the start, Neil? Combat.
No, but he got extra.
Stalking.
He had the.
But I had an extra climb. I had an extra climb, which was another 200.
That's true.
So it should be about the same, apart from the skeleton.
Yeah,
skeleton.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Mouton, you only had the 2 thief skills that you used.
I was zoned out a little bit.
I have no idea.
Was there something between the combat and the thief skills?
I was just adding up what you said, so I don't know if I fucked up somewhere.
I think you're probably
220
lower than you had stated, so you should be at.
So instead of 2801, I will go down.
Are you saying that I'm correct, Neil, here?
Yeah, I think your math is right.
Okay, so I'm at 2581.
And I'm at 2596. Okay.
Sounds about right. Cool. So I was at 278.
I think Mouton ended up with more XP than you, though.
Yeah, no, I was at 278 plus 86 for the skeleton, plus 400 for thief skills, plus an extra 200 for
role playing, plus 18 for gold.
Role playing, plus an extra 200 for saving the party, plus 18 for gold. Right?
That should be 982 times 1.1 should be 1080.
9.
Yeah, it's still lower than Nick's.
No, it's more than what you said, because it's 276, 278 plus
It's
86.
1,182 times 0.1 equals plus.
You could just do times 1.1.
Yeah, I fucked it up. Equals 1,300 XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be at
You're
2.8.
Yeah, which makes
Okay,
sense.
so I,
You've got the
so I
10%.
was right.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
2,800.
All right. It's been a
What do
week.
you level up at?
3,000.
God damn it.
It's been a week. You've had some downtime. You've had to move away from your old home. You've got a new place. Let's talk about your new place. What's it look like? What sort of... I think you're in a less... You're taking whatever is open and available. There's lots of open and available stuff, though. I think you're in the middle of one of these row houses. You've got 2 up, 2 down, and a basement, just like before. A little backyard that's completely overgrown with crap. Maybe a little front yard that's kind of overgrown with crap. A little porch, or little walkway with a few steps on it that leads down. Some banisters made out of stone. I think you share a front porch with the house next door to you. So you'd walk up the stairs and on the right side is your door and on the left side is their door style of thing. And I think that's it.
Yeah. So my mind is thinking about who I could get to try and break the code on this journal. While I'm waiting these days, Neil, what I'm going to do is get some alternative writing materials and try and copy down a couple of the pages of the notebook, random pages, because I don't want to give someone the entire notebook. I'd rather just give them a couple of pages and say, can you tell me how to break this code? And then I'll do it myself. So I want to, I spend a few days copying down a couple of pages.
Well, you're going to need to go out and buy some writing utensils then.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much money do you have?
Not a great deal. You tell me how much this costs, because it might be that it's not a realistic plan.
Luckily, I have pre-prepared the cost of these things. And it's probably not going to look great for you. Economics. Here we go. Ink is 8 gold for a vial. And right there.
All right, so we're not doing that then.
Nope, you're just giving him the fucking book.
Yeah, okay. So I need to find someone. So Pigeon and I have had a conversation. I would imagine I could probably go to the Redcoats and they would have someone that could break this cipher. But then at that point, this is out of our control. What
Might
I'd
as well
like
just
to
sell
do
it
is,
to them at that point.
yeah, is find someone smart who's non-affiliated who might be able to do this, either because they're interested or because I can pay them a little bit. I am worried now that we don't have enough gold to pay someone to do this. So we might need to find some avenue of gaining gold in the short term so that we can fund paying someone to look at the cipher, because I don't think 2 gold is going to get someone to break this for me unless they're really into puzzles. So if there is, Neil, for example, let's say, flyers around the city for the Stromheim Solvers group and they all meet together and solve Sudoku and shit like that, then absolutely, I'm going to see those guys. But in lieu of something like that,
in the heyday of this
involved.
city, that doesn't sound unreasonable at all. But at this point in time, that's not happening here. There's no Puzzlers Guild.
Yeah. So we need to make some money somehow, because right now we've got no access to any. There's always thievery as a potential option.
Yeah, we could break in a house or two at night.
We could break into a house. We could mug someone in the street.
We could go in the Redcoat area and break in a house there.
That feels needlessly risky.
It's where the nicer houses are.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're also under protection, right? A little bit.
True.
We spent some days wandering around.
Why do you need to solve the cipher?
Well, because what else are we gonna do?
Are there any other options that don't involve solving the cipher?
Selling the book to the Redcoats is an option. Working with the Redcoats is an option.
What about finding the key? Don't you know where it is?
We can't go to Copperhead territory. Nice bait, though. I'm not fucking going there.
Okay.
I
You don't want to
try.
go try and hunt down Nero.
No, I don't
No.
feel like getting gang fucked by 20 Copperheads in a small room that's
Okay.
impenetrable.
We don't. Oh, but also, you say we know where the key is. We don't know where the key is. Like
That's true.
Nero had the key.
Yeah.
There's no reason why he still has it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Luther, what if we work with the Redcoats? They can break it. They hate the Copperheads, too. They killed one of them.
That's true. But if we work with the Redcoats, we might as well just give this up and take the payday and go back to a life of normalcy. That's what you want to do. I thought we were in this for something more.
Maybe what about the Slayers?
Doesn't matter, if we work with any of the gangs on this, they're going to take it off our hands. We're not going to see
Sure,
it.
but
We won't get a sniff of it.
But we're not going to be able to just use these keys ourselves and go
Why not?
house to house and take everything.
No,
We're gonna
not
need some
everything.
outside help, Luther.
Yeah, maybe eventually, but on our terms. If we give them the notebook, then, well, I suppose we've still got the keys, but they could just kill us and take the keys.
Well, then
Look
let's
up the
just
notebook.
go break in a house so we can get the money to get someone to figure this out.
Yeah, well, fine, but it's not that easy, We've got to find the right house.
Can't
There's,
you break in any house?
Well, there's this one house I've been watching, right? And over Christmas, you see, the family's gone away for the holidays. So I was thinking that while the family's away, surely there's no one still there. We could break into that house and steal all their stuff. Now, I did hear some rumors that there's a kid still living there, but surely that he can't cause us any trouble.
Good one.
Thank you. I went to see that at the cinema 2 nights ago. It's funny.
The original?
Yeah.
They
did
show it in the
return.
cinemas?
Our cinema shows loads of old movies all the time. Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
Well, if you want to break into a house, then we need to go scope them out.
Yeah. So I think we spent some days walking around the neighborhood looking for opportunities, Neil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we're looking for someone that looks like they might have some money that if you broke into their house, there might be a return worth the risk. Because the risk here is that you get spotted or caught and you have to move again and you have to pay your living expenses again. And you're going to need to get bare minimum 10 gold to make it worth the risk.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you're also completely broke. So if you fail, then you're just completely shit out of luck and you're beggars in the streets.
Luther,
Yes.
we could take a loan.
That's true.
We could take a loan. That's not a bad idea.
Payday loan?
We could go and get a loan from the Slayers, from the Pitmen, maybe. Let's look around the neighborhood, see if we can find a target, but that's not a bad idea.
All right. Well, we're gonna scope out the neighborhood, see what we can find, and see how long it takes us. I'm gonna hand wave this stuff. We're just gonna pass over the days and weeks
All the
that
things
it'll
that
take
I'm looking
to.
for.
Mhm.
If there's any accountants or librarians/libraries that we see around the area, let me know, because they might be people that could potentially break the cipher for us.
There is a library in the inner city. The outer city probably had a library at one point, but that is definitely gone by now. All of the good stuff all the dangerous stuff, all the valuable stuff has either been moved to the inner city or has been looted already. The outer city library has probably been heavily looted, and then what remained moved inside.
What other kind of professionals live in the outer city?
We just rolled well, Nick. Hold on.
The outer city, professional services, scribes. You'll be able to find a couple of doctors in the green zones. I just need a list of professionals. Where's my list of NPC professional jobs?
Your mom's
Well, is a scribe more wise or intelligent?
Neither. A scribe is the bitch ass of the writing world. You just you know your letters, and so you write them for a living. They're probably more read.
Stage.
No. titles. Clerk, carpenter. You might be able to find like an architect or a couple of engineers out in the outer city.
Engineer could be good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Engineer. Maybe
Engineer's a
that's
good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Engineers like solving things as well, right?
Yep.
So they might be into it. Okay, so let me know if I see like the place of work of any engineers, or if I know of any.
Yeah. The hard thing with some of these older medieval stuff is that even if you know someone provides a service, they may not be willing to provide it to you. If they don't like the cut of your jib,
sure,
they'll turn
Don't
down.
worry
the
though,
thing,
I've
right?
got that. I can handle that.
Okay, you can handle.
I'm an actor.
True.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I can
You're a fellow
pretend.
engineer right now.
I can pretend to be a man of high regard.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
But before
So-
that, you rolled something and you were upset about it.
Yes.
I did make a die roll to see how quickly you would find something worth your time, and it rolled very well. It doesn't take you very long at all. It only takes you a day to find someone who looks like they might have some money. What you've got here in your little, quiet neighborhood section, what you find is a woman walking home one day, and she's got the trappings of a servant for the upper class who doesn't live in the upper classes area, but they commute into work every day, who has just been given a very nice gown as a gift. Not just her normal servant stuff, but she's carrying, in her arm a silken garment, probably a hand-me-down from one of the lords or ladies up in the big noble area, but has been given this as a gift, or as a we don't need it anymore, or it's sort of torn and we're just gonna get rid of it, so why don't you take it, handmaiden or whatever. And it's this person walking with this like nice silk garment in their arms, heading back to their house. Now, the silk garment alone is worth some cash. You could probably sell it for its value, for a fraction of its value to someone, but also that may not be the only thing that they've got.
The lord of this house, Nick, is banging this lady, and he's giving her gifts on the side.
That is what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening here, and she's got other stuff at her house, other gifts from him.
Yeah, she's a home wrecker. This poor innocent noble lord just trying to live his life. You've got this temptress,
yeah,
seducing him.
She might even have his kid in the house. A bastard.
That's awful. Yeah,
that's terrible. We gotta get
no wonder this city's gone to shit.
Yeah, we gotta get that back to him. We gotta tell his wife.
Yeah, we gotta. She's a good, honest woman.
Yeah.
So when you say that silk might be worth money, like how much? Like if we were to just like smash and grab the dress off her.
If you were to
I appreciate that I don't know, but
if you were to buy a garment of that value, it would probably be between like 60 and 90 gold to buy straight up. Now, granted, if you have that garment and you're trying to sell it, you're gonna have to either go to someone who like deals in cloth and be like, hey, here's all this silk, it happens to be in the form of a garment, and then they know that you've stolen it and they'll pay you way undervalue for it.
We could get maybe 10 gold for it though.
Yeah, you could get 10 gold for it pretty easily. Yeah,
it's not bad.
At least 10 gold you'd expect.
But we're just gonna go fuck her house up. So
I think we follow her. Yeah,
I'll track her as well as if Luther comes.
Well, it's a busy area. You're walking along one of these, the main outer ring road. She walks down the road. She's got like a little secret smile, like there's something going on in her life that she's happy about.
Yeah.
She goes over to his house. Her house. It's just off the main road, like one of the offshoot streets, but doesn't even get to a cross street. So it's like 4 buildings down. Goes up to the door. Opens it and walks in, shuts the door behind her. There was no lock involved. There was no key involved. The door just happened to be open. Maybe there's someone home. Who knows?
Arthur, do you think we should stalk this place out for a week?
Maybe not for a week, but a couple of days. Yeah. Let's see how a couple of days go. Maybe we do a week, but.
All right,
But
tonight.
yeah, I think we should take shifts looking at this place.
I'll take the second. I'll take the first shift, so I'll stay here till the night.
Yeah, you guys can just case the joint.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got
We
time.
case it.
We're gonna
How are
sort
the
of hand
walls?
wave these things. This is gonna be like you find a spot to sit on the street, or you like stand around with the two of each other talking. Maybe you find like a cafe nearby and buy some like cheap beverages, just some cups of tea and sit down. Maybe you like post up on one corner or another corner. Like you'll find a reason. It's near this busy main drag, so it's not too hard to find a reason to be in the vicinity for a while. And yeah. Well,
Does the
you can
house
see
have a
that
back entrance?
it does.
Is that less close to the like less in the view of the thoroughfare?
Just doing some math in my head. No, the in this section, you've got like the main street along the ring road, and then you've got like a building block that has like an inner courtyard. So if you climb up and over the building, you could get to the like inner courtyard where all of the buildings would exit into like this private garden space area on the back. So
Nick.
you'd have to scale the entire building and then climb down the other side.
To get to the
good
back
idea.
door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What?
We robbed this lady, right?
Yeah.
We rob this lady and we tell him, you know, if she's in the house or whatever, we say, hey, you better tell your lord that the copperheads are moving in here. We start a gang dispute, you know?
Sure.
Get the word out.
Yeah. Do we want to be raising more shit with the copperheads right now?
Well, I think shit's about as tits up as it could go with them, so I don't think it matters. I think it'd be nice to get the heat off of us and maybe the redcoats fucking with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I think there's a small risk and I don't see a huge amount of upside from doing it, but if you want to do it, I'm not going to stop you.
I think if she's there, Pigeon will say we're copperheads or whatever, and I want to just say that
You don't
on
want to
the
case
night
the joint
that-
any longer? This is
No,
enough
no, no, no,
information.
no.
We're ready to go?
we
No,
are
we're
gonna case
casing.
joint. Yeah, we're gonna keep casing
okay.
it.
The joint's
But on the
being
night
cased,
that we are
probably.
going to go, I would like you to use your disguising stuff to make us look different.
Why don't we get more information about what's happening before we formulate a plan?
Let's case.
Let's not skip ahead too far, because the information might change how you want to go about this.
Sure.
The next day, you'll see her leave in the morning. Someone stays up late, someone watches. She leaves in the morning. She waves goodbye to somebody on the inside, heads off to her work. Later, much later, you'll see a one-legged man coming out. He's got a peg leg on the missing area where it's cut off below his knee. And he'll come out and he'll water the area in the front, and you'll see that trotting behind him are a couple of little kids. He'll water the front area, then he'll play with the kids out on the front porch. He'll talk with the neighbors. It seems like he knows the locals nearby. You happen to find an excuse to walk down the street, and you can catch that the man's name is Devin. The man's name is Devin. He's got 2 kids. The woman that goes to work in the inner city must be his wife, you think, based on the ages. They're about the same age-ish looking, which is, late 20s, early 30s.
How old are the
Let's
kids?
see. Oh, the kids they're just like, 8 years old, 9 years old, something like that.
Nice.
Pretty young. The one-legged man in the house, though, he seems to be in pretty good shape. He wears these short sleeves and that skirted jacket. And so you can see he's got decent muscles. He's probably got like 13 strength. But his dex is pretty low because he's got the one leg. But otherwise, he seems to be a little happy family here. The woman seems to go to work in the morning, come home in the evening.
Are the husband and the kids like well dressed? To the point where it looks like that family has some money.
They have clean clothes on. They are wearing pretty common, ordinary clothes, like the "I'm not worth your attention" style of clothing. Just the casual, ordinary stuff. It doesn't look particularly fancy, but it is clean and pressed as much as they can be in that time.
Yeah. Does the guy ever leave with the kids, or is he always like in and around the house?
Well, this is getting into the area of how long do you want to case? Because if you case for like 3 days, this is about the information you get in 3 days. If you want to case for like a week, you can see, does she work 3 days a week? Does she work 5 days a week? Does she work 7 days a week? Like, how long do you want to spend checking out this place is my next question for you.
I think we should do
a week, and if we ever see the husband and the wife and the kids gone at this point, I think we go in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Well, it appears that the woman is working 4 days a week. You saw her coming home on a Monday, and she went to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then did not work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And we're going to just be assuming this is Sunday night when you guys are talking again. So in theory, she works the first 4 days of the week, starting on Monday. The husband, presumed husband, does leave the house with the kids. He does leave to go shopping, but when he leaves, he locks the front door. Also, he leaves during the daytime. In the daytime, there's lots of people on the street, and he knows very clearly the neighbors on either side of him and across from him. He's got a good relationship. So if you were to, in the middle of the day, come up and try to do something with the door, someone would see. Someone might even complain or call you out. But at nighttime, she's home, and the doors are presumably locked from the inside. I think that's all I have for you right now, unless you have specific questions.
Is what it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like the door is unlocked during the day. Yeah.
I mean, we could just bust in there with ski masks and threaten his kids for his gold.
You could do a daylight robbery.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't look suspicious if we just walked into the door if it's unlocked, right?
Oh. He might
Just
be
walk
like,
in.
hey, who are you?
Yeah, and then be like, get on the fucking floor! I'm gonna eat your kids!
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna feed them to my mutant child!
Well, what are we gonna do, Luther? Are we gonna kill him?
No, we're not killing kids. We're not monsters.
Then
We just
you're
shit them
gonna
up a bit.
You're gonna have to dress us up so they don't know it's us.
Are we,
Ah.
hang on. Are we saying we're gonna do this during the day? And just bust in? Is that,
This is
I
the
was-
plan that you were throwing out towards Pigeon, and this is Pigeon responding to that plan.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm still not sure that this is the best idea, you know? We need to think it through.
I don't think.
What?
I think going
What
at
if-
night's probably the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we go at night?
I can pick the lock. We can pick it in the front or the back, whatever's better.
Well, we
And
have to
then we
climb
could
over
just-
the building to get to the back, right? So we'll have to do the front.
We could climb. But yeah, we could do the front at dead night and take a candle, and we could go in and we could just take the stuff and then leave. But if someone wakes up, what do we do?
But how are we gonna search the house in the dark?
Maybe we wake up the mom and dad, say, I'm in there with the kids and they better give you the stuff, or...
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think if we can get the jump on them, threaten their children,
Yeah. Well,
tie them up, rob the house.
I think we do that then. I go in the kids' room and I
Oof.
watch over them, and you talk to the parents and explain what's going on, and they should work with you. We don't want to take all their money. We just want, I don't know, how much do you want? 20 gold-ish? You want it
That'd be
all?
nice.
All right, well, we're on tough times.
Yeah. Out of interest, how much does an engineer's pay for a day?
For a day? Usually you don't hire an engineer for a day. You hire them for like a project or a couple of months at a time. I think they probably make like 150 gold a month or something like that.
It's like 5 gold a day, something like that.
Something like that. Ballparky.
Okay. Yeah, how quiet can you be opening the lock though?
I mean, lockpicking is not loud.
It's not loud.
If they're upstairs and asleep, it's
Okay.
guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a slight... I mean, this is by no means a nice part of town, right? It's not bad, but it's not, like, pretty. But it is in a pretty densely populated street just off the main drag. So there will be more people here per square foot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll stand like in front of the steps.
Totally.
You can crouch down at the lock and it's not going to be entirely obvious what's going on.
Yep.
And I'm kind of an intimidating person, so.
Yep. Absolutely. And Mr. Moon, your lockpicking skill is 14, you say?
Yeah.
So if this is a common lock with like an average score of 5, then you're beating it by 9, so it should take you d6 rounds to pick.
Yes.
If it's a good lock, then you're beating it by 4, and it'll take you like 2d4 times 10 minutes, which is about an hour to pick. And if it's somewhere in between those two, it'll be about d10 rounds. So we don't really know exactly. It could be a really short thing, or it could be like an hour-long endeavor.
So I think the best. Tell me if you've got any other logic here, but maybe I think the best night to do it is a Thursday night. The wife will be the most tired. She'll have worked. It's her last working day. She'll probably be more soundly asleep. They're probably, if I had to pick a day, like when she's off, they're more likely to be up late, more likely to be alert. So
she's not expected to go to the Lord's house, so she probably won't tell them right away, and they won't be on our tail because she has the next 3 days off. If we did it on a Wednesday, she's immediately going to go there and tell the lady, and then
she might have had she might have had a drink as well.
Yeah,
I
think that's a good day to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we're just gonna wait until Thursday.
Yeah, and wait for the lights to go off in the house.
Do you? I will ask you.
Luther, can you do some disguise on us?
What kind of disguise you think? Just so we don't look like us?
Yeah, and just hide my eyes, maybe make it a little bit more concealed on who we are. And yeah.
Can we not just wear like balaclavas?
Can we?
Is that
Yeah,
not,
you
like,
could
I feel
buy
like that-
hoods. Yeah, you can
I'll
just go buy a hood
over
and
my
cut
face,
some
yeah.
holes in it.
Hoods.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Hoods and about.
I mean, it's essentially just a sack, right? A sack with some holes cut into it. You've all seen Django Unchained,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just cut the holes well. That's all.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
it. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, so we can make ourselves some
Yeah.
ghetto ski masks.
Cool.
Yeah. Small bag, small burlap sack,
I'll take
silver
it off.
each.
All right, I take it
Okay.
off.
All right, thanks.
I'm at 15.
All right. And then you got
Test
a
the eye
knife.
holes.
You cut good job. You got to test them ahead of time. You make
Did
them
you go
big
get-
enough that they'll fit you pretty well.
Luther, you need to go buy a dagger.
Oh
Yeah, okay. How much does the dagger cost?
Get your own throwing knives too.
yeah.
Not got a lot of gold for this, but if I could buy
Dagger
At
costs
least
300
one.
copper, and throwing knives cost 375 copper per.
Yep. So 3 gold.
3 gold per dagger,
Yep.
I will just buy a dagger. Do you want can I keep those 2 throwing daggers?
You can keep them then, yeah.
Yeah, just buy a combat dagger.
All right. Excellent. It's all coming up. Are we ready?
Yep.
Thursday night. We got to change the music. It's no longer the stalking the woman. It is now.
And Luther, we're gonna pay him back, right? When we get our money.
What do you mean?
We shouldn't just take it from him forever, right? We're just
Listen, when a soul goes back to Falumbra, the gods level any, if you've had a lucky life, the gods will, give you a bit of a hard time for a while. If you've had a tough life, you'll be on easy street up there. So, when it all comes out on the wash anyway. If anything, we're doing them a favor.
when I get up there, I'm gonna be in the best spot.
Yeah. You've not had it easy.
Oh.
No.
Cool. Well, it's time. You're going to come down the street. Thursday evening.
All sneaky.
You find a
like.
spot, right? You have some tea. You sip it. You watch the woman come home like clockwork. Maybe 5 minutes later today than normal. Streets were busy. Maybe she stopped to buy something. Maybe she's got a little croissant or a cupcake on her way home. Who knows? She gets home. She goes
Swimming
inside.
in gold, this woman.
Yeah.
Croissants.
Cheating on
can
her husband with one leg.
Yeah.
You can see the door opens. She waves. There's some little arms wrapping around her knees. She shoos them inside. She picks up the sides of her dress and walks on in. The door shuts. A few minutes later, you can see the windows on the second floor open up as she goes to sit on a comfortable sitting area and gazes out the window to the city. And a few moments later, you can see the husband brings over a tray with some tea cups on it, and she'll sit with him on the window seat and sip the tea like they did often do, not every day, but often in the weeks that you've been watching this place. The day rolls on. You order some more beverages. You walk down the street. You leave the area to not be conspicuous. You come back. The sun begins to set. The kids are called in from playing on the street with the neighbor kids. It gets dark. The house gets shut. You can see them close the door. The upper windows get closed eventually, and blinds pulled shut over them so that no one can peer in. Eventually, the town settles into a nice quiet.
Yeah. So once it seems like they've gone to sleep, I think we give it at least another hour.
Yeah. We want them to be in REM,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's a little awkward to be still hanging around as all the shops are closing. So you can just go for a walk around the block or something.
No, we're playing that game where you take the coppers and you flick them and have to get them as close to the wall as possible. Do you know that game? Do you have that?
No, I don't know that game.
So you'll have 3 coins each, 3 2-pence coins or whatever. You stand 6 feet away from the wall, and you flick the coins, and you have to get them as close to the wall as possible, right? So the further it is away from the wall, the worse you get. And you play it in rounds like that. So we do that. We're playing games. We're switching coppers. It just looks like we're
Sure.
just hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out. Right. What do you do, as a matter of curiosity, when one of the people who lives on the street says hello to you? Just being neighborly, just being friendly. Someone's like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? I've seen you around a lot." If that were to happen, that sort of friendly interaction.
I think just give them a grunt whilst Pigeon eyeballs them.
Okay. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
move on. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it gets dark. The sun's definitely down by now. It's hard to see how close the coins are getting until the two of you come and, cluster near the wall. Someone else has come by to play coins with you for a little bit and then moved on.
Yeah,
We're just going to
play-
assume no
Yeah.
exchange of money, just
How
for
much-
simplicity.
Oh, okay, fine.
Let's just move.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Yeah, we move on.
Eventually, lights have been out for a while. The streets are pretty
Time.
quiet. You are the two degenerates remaining playing games in the alleyway. Someone pokes a head out a window and tells you to keep it down.
Hey, I'm sleeping in here.
Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
When we're
Yeah.
getting ready, I say, Pigeon, give me the rope.
You ever seen Midnight Cowboy? The movie from where Hey, I'm Walking Here comes from?
Oh, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I hand you the
never
rope.
Yeah, because I need to tie the parents up, right?
Yeah.
Is it 100-foot rope or is it
No,
250
it's
feet?
250 feet ropes.
Perfect.
So you're taking both?
Yeah, because I'm going to tie up both the parents, right?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Or we could tie them together and you could
I
tie
think
up
you
the
should tie
kids.
them together, and I should tie up the kids. Yeah.
Okay, I ask you to show me a knot. The best way to tie them up.
Can I give him a rope use check? To
No,
teach
he'll
him, or
just
is it
put a
easy to
knot.
teach him?
There's no mechanics to be gained without having the proficiency yourself.
Cool.
Oh, yeah,
Just put a
okay,
fucking
but if this
knot
was real life, him telling me what knot to tie would be a useful thing to do at this point.
Maybe, but you would want to then be able to know how to make that knot, and you would have wanted to practice it for a while. You're not just going to get shown
gonna
a
tell him
knot and
the
then
knot that you just
immediately
do twice,
perform it
you know?
perfectly.
Yeah, but he might say things like, put them back to back and tie it around their waists, or, put their hands behind their backs and tie
I'm
them
not going to
together
give
or
you
something like that.
any bonus on any of your skills for him having a rope use proficiency. Like, you can
It's fine, Nick.
role
You'll
playing
be
wise,
fine.
that's fine, but mechanically, if you've got a rope use proficiency, you've got bonuses. If you don't, you don't. I'm gonna make
Okay.
that a hard line.
But you don't need a rope use proficiency to tie someone up.
Of course
No.
not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we get ready.
Okay. Well, it's the hour.
I
yeah.
go to the door. Luther covers me.
I
check.
stand in front of the door.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a perception check just to see if I see anyone staring at me. 32. Okay, I pick the lock.
In 3 minutes.
And I check for traps.
There's no trap, surely.
Make me a lockpicking proficiency check before anything gets too far.
Well,
It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's no traps here.
Okay. Then we sneak in. Do we, from watching the house, do we have an idea of where the parents' bedroom is?
They have a sitting room on the second floor street side, but you're not sure where the bedroom would be. There is a third floor to this building.
There's a third floor, so it's probably the third floor, right?
so we're inside. I close the door quietly and I lock it.
Yeah,
Why
it just
would you
has like
lock the
a
door?
turning on the
Because
inside.
when you don't lock doors, bad things happen. A neighbor saw us go in. Now they're just going to come in after us. Why not lock the door?
Well, I might have to leave in a hurry is the reason, but...
Well, then you just go like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
it's
okay.
just a-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right. We get to the parents. You get the kids. I'll get the parents.
Both of you make me. Before you roll anything, I'm gonna ask for move silently check. On a pass, they don't even get a check to wake up, essentially.
Yeah.
On a failure, then it's not just, they immediately spot you. So go ahead and make me some move silently checks.
26.
Oh,
Nice, Nick.
fucking brilliant,
We
right?
passed. Yeah.
The two of you go up the first floor. Sure enough, one room is a sitting room. The other room appears to be some sort of wood carving room, or some sort of there's wood shavings on the ground and some pieces of sticks lying around and some nice wood carving knives and some chisels lying about. You go up to the third floor. There's a room in the front and a room in the back.
I will go
Doors
to
are
the
closed.
room in the back. I'll motion for Luther to wait, and I'll peek in silently.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to make me another move silently check while you open the door.
26.
Nailed
Fucking
it.
brilliant. The door swings open loosely, and there is a singular bed with two small children in it.
I'll go to you like this, and I'll go like this. Me. You.
Okay.
Onto that.
I get my rope in my left hand and my dagger in my right hand. And do I kick open the door? Or do I go in sort of silently and put the knife to one of their throats? I think I start to slowly push the door open, Neil, as it's squeaking.
Give me a move silently check.
Yeah. Okay, the door squeaks. I swing. As I hear it squeaking, I fling it open so that
I go for the kids.
kind of makes like a bang. And then I brandish my dagger. I'm imagining there's some light coming in from the windows or not?
Let's see. It's Thursday the 11th. We're 4 days out from the full moon. So the full moon is in the sky already because before the full moon, it's rising early. So yes, there's some light leaking in from around the blinds, but it's not a ton. You can see the shape of the room and the shape of the bed and the shape of the bodies in the bed as they sit up in surprise. And the voices, "Who goes there? Ah!"
Stay
I hold the
calm.
dagger to the kids.
Come
We've
here.
got your kids.
Oh my god! Baby, don't
Stay
worry, I'll
calm.
handle this. The
I'll
man
work with
slides
us.
his one good leg out of the bed and hops
Stay
on
where
one
you
leg.
are. Stay where you are. I have them kill the kids right now.
Don't
Back
hurt
in
the
bed.
children.
Back in bed, motherfucker.
He sits
I'll
down in
yell
bed.
from the other room.
Luther, you want me to get him?
Wait there. Wait
The
there.
kids scream.
Naked.
Who are you? What are you doing? Stranger danger!
Boy, we want your gold. Where is it?
We don't have any
Silks.
gold.
Silks, gems, silver.
Please, we don't have much. I'll show you where it is. Just
I'll tie
don't
the
hurt
kids up.
anyone.
All right, you. No fucking funny business. Stay right there. I get my rope and I'm gonna trying to tie them to their bed.
Excellent. He sits
I'm
there.
tying the kids up to bring them in the other room.
Yeah. The kids are a little bit terrified, but I think you can intimidate them with a knife. Unfortunately, and this is always a problem. In order to tie someone up, you need to use both your hands. You can't tie someone up while holding a knife in your
Yeah,
hand.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're right. I think I will wait for Pigeon to tie up the kids and then come and help me tie these guys up. I think that's the
Yeah,
best way.
I'll
to
tie up the kids. I'm bringing them to the other room is my goal. I'm gonna have them sit. Luther will cover them with a knife, and then I'm gonna tie up whoever he wants me to tie up in here.
What's
tie
your
up the
strength,
man,
Pigeon?
And then the woman can take us to the
8.
valuables.
Max press 90 pounds. Okay, so you can tie up the kids, but you're not going to be able to then pick up the pair of tied up kids. You're going to have to
Oh no, I'm
walk
gonna tell
them.
him like walk. Yeah, walk. You know.
So they're tied up back to back, and then it's going to be an awkward shuffle where one is walking forwards and one is walking backwards, and their feet aren't organized because they're 9 years old or whatever.
Get moving.
Yeah, they'll eventually stumble into the room. The woman, now fully sitting up, has grabbed like a shawl off of the dresser and thrown it around her shoulders, and motions for the kids to come. Come to mommy, sweeties, come to mommy.
Oh, and they're staying here until we get the stuff.
The kids start to cry, but otherwise the adults are sitting in their bed, terrified.
So-
You have their children
I'll go
hostage.
tie up the
Pigeon,
man.
tie up the guy.
He says my name is Gen.
You
I
wrap.
I
tie
tie
him.
up the guy.
No one's
right.
gonna believe that's your real name. That sounds
Yeah,
like
that's
a fake
true.
name.
I'm gonna use a rope use. I'm gonna try what I think is a really
Yeah,
good knot.
don't
so-
make any dice rolls right now.
Okay, cool. That's
We'll resolve it if it ever needs to be resolved.
Perfect.
You tie the man up. You're confident you do a good job. The woman says, "Okay, if you promise not to hurt anyone, I'll show you where the money is."
Good. Yeah. Let's
We've
go.
been watching you, and if you're lying, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I
We've been
I
watching
won't.
this house for weeks.
Okay, I won't.
All right,
Ah.
Pigeon. You stay here with the kids.
I'll
You hear-
I'll tell the man,
Stay in the bed.
and I'll cover the kids with a knife.
Okay.
You hear
well,
me shout go. You know what that means.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you, woman. Show me. We can start with that wardrobe.
She'll go to the wardrobe and open it for you. She will pull out that silk gown that you saw earlier, and be like, "This is my finest piece of clothing. You said silks. This is the only silk that I own. I mean, except for these scarves." And she'll grab a couple of scarves off of the rack too and shove them into your hands.
Yeah, I take them greedily. All right,
Mm-hmm.
jewelry, earrings, rings.
She moves over to what makes for her vanity. It's really just like a shelf built into the wall that she has like a little wire tree on that she hangs her earrings and her bracelets and her jewelry. Do you have an appraisal check? Proficiency?
No.
No.
No? It's fucking women's jewelry. You don't know anything about it. You're a single man. You could
I
take
got
it
it.
all. Right?
I mean, yeah, like I try and take the stuff.
Sure.
Like, I'm going to take it all unless I get some insight that some stuff looks completely like trash and some stuff looks otherwise.
It's dark in this
Like,
room. You just sweep it all into a bag.
I skip
Sort
it
it
all.
out
I don't
this
wanna
shit
leave it without
later.
any jewelry, but fuck it.
I'm sorry, you're gonna tie up her kids and threaten to murder them, but you don't want to take all of her jewelry?
I don't know all of that jewelry now.
Get in a lane, buddy. Any lane.
Elaine, Nick.
Sure. No, I take all the stuff then. All right. What's
All
next?
right.
You got any gold? Any
We have
silvers?
some coins. We have some
Cutlery?
coin. Just wood and tin.
Okay. All right. Get me the coins.
This way. It's downstairs, second floor.
Let's go.
She'll take you down into that comfortable sitting room, and there's a little bureau over there where there is a secret latch that she
There it
reaches
is.
around to the back and flips something, and then like a little something pops out of the main thing, and she'll slide it open, and sitting in there are 3 bags of coins, which she just motions
Boom.
for you to take.
All right. Good. Thanks. I pocket them. I say, all right. Back upstairs.
Yeah, but that's everything. You're gonna let us go, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Back upstairs.
Yep. She will go back upstairs at knife point.
I lead her into the other bedroom.
The kids'
Where
room.
the
Mhm.
kids' room. Yeah, and then I tie her up in there.
You said everything was gonna be okay.
I am.
Well,
I
you're
am.
gonna
You
hurt
can-
us.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm bad at knots. You'll be able to get out, and you'll get out. We'll be gone by then.
I will whisper to you.
We're not leaving this rope. This rope is expensive.
Oh shit! Well, we need the rope. Okay, wait. So actually, I untie her again. All right, fine. Stay there. I pocket the rope. It's made out of silk, so.
Yeah.
Listen, if you tell anyone about this, and if we hear anything, we're gonna come back and we're gonna kill you.
well, cut you like a fish.
You hear that, kids? If you tell anyone, we're gonna come and gut your parents. Shut up.
All right, don't leave this room for 20 minutes.
I'm gonna. Never mind. I won't do that.
The
I'm gonna
parents
untie him.
grasp the children, holding them close.
Yeah. Then I think we giggling leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
just
run
leave.
into the streets at night.
Well, there's always one last die roll, isn't there?
Yeah, does the guy try and make a charge at us or something like that?
Yeah, with his
when he's
one
untied?
fucking leg.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You make your way out.
Right.
You giggle as you make your way home, laden with coins, silk cloths.
yeah.
It's that easy,
money.
baby.
It's not easy, yeah. It's not easy.
Who needs to deal with fighting other gangs when you can just rob from the people?
It's
that easy?
genius.
We're hardly heroes, you know.
We should call ourselves the Wet Bandits.
Why would we be the wet bandits, Luther?
Because before we leave, we throw their piss buckets on the floor. It's our calling card.
Genius.
Yeah. Okay, when we get back to the house, I count the coins, take stock of the jewelry.
Yeah, well, one bag contains a full 50 pieces of gold.
Oh, baby. That's amazing.
Oh my God, Luther.
The other
We're
two bags
rich.
have 50 silver each. So
Oh,
100
okay,
silver,
okay.
50 gold.
We're going to Raj's.
Going to Raj's. No, we can't go to Raj's. It's too dangerous.
Raj
We'll
is
never
on the other
Raj
side of
again.
town. Yeah, it's not
yeah.
worth the walk.
We can get a kebab here, though, tomorrow. For shoresies.
Okay. I think I'm gonna ask, are you bad with money? I feel like Pigeon would be terrible with it because he's never like had money, and I feel like he would do the classic thing of money's coming in, we're immediately like moving our lifestyle up.
Yeah, I don't think Luther's great with money. Like,
Yeah.
this is the most money he's ever had in his life. So, and I think he's known to gamble a little bit, like not seriously, but some cards here or there, probably some like cockfighting,
Okay.
you know, shit like that that's going down in the streets.
How
The
much is
penny
it to
game at the
live like
wall.
a middle class lifestyle, Neil? Is it
No,
50
we're not doing
gold
that.
per level.
No, I'm just curious.
Well,
Okay. Oh, we're not there yet. No.
We're not there yet, no. But this is enough probably to pay someone to break the cipher for us,
Oh, easily, yeah.
and it's 150 XP.
What else did you get, Luther? Check the bag.
Yeah, so I throw like the silk scarves and the dress we saw.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like another 20 gold. And then
I
the jewelry,
don't-
I've got no idea, but
Is this the type of jewelry that my mom's friends at the place would wear? Or have I seen like, you know, stuff like this before? I don't have an appraisal tag,
This is modest jewelry. It's the sort of things that a servant would wear. So it's like nice, but it's also like very toned down. It might have like, you know, a silver earring with like a little single thing hanging from it, or there might be like a very plain necklace. You can sort through the jewelry. It's mostly stuff that you like pick up at a flea market or a local shop here. You
We
could
didn't
probably
take the
sell it
wedding rings.
all in one big bulk
Yeah.
bag for some amount of money to a local jewelry dealer.
we're not able to make any guess as to what that would be.
We don't have the appraisal check. I really don't think we should.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
Appraisal
think-
proficiency is a thing. Like, I like it.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to offload ill-gotten gains like this, you're going to be in a situation where someone else is going to look at it and tell you what they think it's worth. And if they might try and scam you a little bit, you might end up fighting over, you know, a couple of silver of value here or there. But
we could go to a couple of different jewelry shops to get quotes.
Yeah. I think it's wise not to sell it in this area of the town, obviously.
Yeah, that is wise. But all in, that's really good going. So I now think that we can approach an engineer about
Luther.
breaking the cipher.
Do you
Yeah.
feel? Are you excited?
I
That
feel
was
good.
that was awesome. Yeah.
My blood's pumping. Yeah,
This is more gold than we can earn if we worked a year.
I know. It's a fucking mugs game. Trust me.
Oh my gosh.
this
This
is
is
their
it.
life
They're-
savings. This is the money
They're
that they've
open
been
up,
saving for their retirement. The retirement of a family with a one-legged man.
Pretty bad,
Brutal.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just killed
And-
Mickey in cold blood, so
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, these aren't good people.
Yeah, she's
it
definitely.
was all them.
Yeah.
She's not good. Yeah, she's cheating with the Lord.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant Luther and Pigeon.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, we're not good people.
Yeah.
Imagine if we got a noble person's house.
Oh God. Well, one day we will. One day we will. The wet bandits will strike the inner city.
Yeah.
It's taken one session to go from like badass police officer to wet bandits.
Yeah, but we were in there and we did the Home Alone thing where we're just like yelling at each other. Luther, pigeon.
Luckily, none of the kids got free and made an attempt for
Yeah,
our
no.
lives.
I think it's nice. We're just starting out. This is our first one. We'll get better as it goes along.
Yeah, no,
Because
it's great.
Makes sense.
In Home Alone, those guys would be dead if it was a Neil campaign within the
instantly.
first 5 minutes of them getting into the house. Like when the guy when he drops the iron on his head.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that guy should have died. Like
The paint cans coming down the stairway would fucking kill you.
So good. So funny. All right, this feels like maybe a good stopping point, is it?
I think so. I think this is a very good stopping point for us. It is. Well, we will pick up on Friday the 12th of January.
150 gold. No, sorry. 60 gold richer.
Yeah.
60 gold richer. Yeah.
Yes. 60
I'm gonna
gold
start
richer.
keeping track of my using of my proficiencies. Like I did pick the lock there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Picking
That's
the
probably a
lock
good thing
there is
to
legit.
do. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Good session. It was
You know
nice
what?
playing two back to back. I feel like we're really in the groove here.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Neil?
I was gonna say maybe we should just dole out experience now, and then we will. Maybe we should just dole XP by session, but you don't level until we've had leveling time. So
Okay.
even if
That's
even
quite
if you
good,
were to
yeah.
get to like 5,000 XP right now,
Yeah,
you would need downtime to level.
that makes sense.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try it. No combat, but we did get thief skills. Each of you snuck around silently, so that's 200 for each of you. Pigeon picked a lock, that's 200 for him. You got 60 gold. That's that's 60 experience for each of you.
Plus the silks and stuff. If you want to round that up to 100.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna sell it.
We're gonna sell it.
Garment is gonna go for. It's another 22 experience for each of you.
So that's
you'll get
102?
Yeah, you'll get 22 gold for those things when you. Oh wait, hold on. There were scarves. I forgot about the scarves.
Mhm.
You'll get 25 experience and 25 gold for these things when you sell them.
Plus 60. Yeah.
For the coins, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So 60 plus 25, right?
Yeah, so that's 85 plus Luther gets 200 and you get 400.
Yep.
Did anyone have a good idea? Idea that saves the party. No single combat.
Do we get any XP for just like completing the robbery?
Yeah, I think that is a good robbery that was set up and accomplished without any hijinks. It actually
It's good worth 150 XP each, maybe.
that's a very specific number. That sounds like the amount of XP that you need to level up.
I was really thinking it was worth 200. I don't need that though, but that's what I was thinking it'd be worth.
I could settle for 115. No, wait, maybe not 115. 120. I could settle
Let
for
me just get to
120.
the experience
Just
section of the
open the book,
the
Nick.
book right here and see what it's actually worth.
The successful heist was cool.
Successful
proud of that one.
heist. Should probably just end the campaign here on a high note.
Luther, pigeon.
We did it. We're the greatest thieves that ever lived. There is not a child that can
let's do-
stand up to us.
Let's do 150 for
Yes.
the loots.
That's what I'm
Sweet.
talking about. That's
Okay.
435 experience for me.
All right, so 400 plus 150 plus 85. 400 plus 150.
Why are you getting? You're getting the
I
same
had an
amount, but
extra-
200 higher than him.
Yeah,
Because you,
that-
yeah.
That's
Okay.
the extra 200 from 400.
Cool.
So I get 643.5 because I also get a
Oh, you get the 10%.
10%. Yeah.
So
Okay.
when we get time for another long period of downtime, you will be at or around leveling. Yeah.
I am,
Yep.
yeah, leveled up.
Okay. Well, we will have to wait for some more downtime
Great.
because when we come back with our next session, adventures abound.
Indeed.
We'll see you then. Bye bye, everyone.
Sweet. Bye.
All right.